T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. It's not the horror hangout this weekend, but we are talking 80s TV shows. I cannot wait to jump into this. With me tonight, joining me for the 80s TV shows is Eric from the Bearded Entertainment. Eric, what is up, my man? Happy Sunday, brother.
Happy Sunday. What's up? It's been a hectic day with Scarefest tickets release, as we were talking about backstage.
Yes.
And as we talked about earlier, we're talking 80s TV shows. I am not the most acquainted with 80s TV shows, so I'm looking forward to the insights of everyone else and like getting some recommendations as what's going forward, because I have like a repeat show that I watch, my comfort show. But I'm always looking for some new TV to watch. I'm hoping I walk away from this with at least 2 or 3 recommendations.
Oh, dude, I can give you 30 fucking days to try to 80s TV shows. But I do want to clarify something, before we jump into this. There will be no cartoons included tonight because that will be a separate show down the line. So 80s cartoons will be later on in the month. We'll be doing that because 80s cartoons, it's worth its own show by itself, because there's so many, and you guys already know, spoiler alerts, when we do get to the 80s cartoons, you guys already know that I'm gonna rock with my boy.
What?
You already
Remember.
know. Remember.
What?
You know,
what did
like,
you think of the first photo of him from the movie?
you know, it's all right. I mean, it's
not the worst. They could have done a lot worse.
The worst.
I mean, it also is Jared Leto though. So hey,
you know,
he was great in Dallas Buyers Club. He's been great in some stuff. He's so hit or miss, but I'm hoping he does Skeletor really well.
So one thing, you know, everybody, you know, hated him, you know, as the Joker. Like they were not a fan, and I
know
get
exactly what you're about to say,
and I get it. But
that Snyder
cut Joker Batman dialogue, I'm thinking he brought it home. I'm thinking he brought it in, dude.
Well, dude, they always say, or not they always say, but like anyone in the know will tell you, filmmaking is an editor's medium.
Yeah,
it's an editors control a movie. So the Joker we got isn't necessarily the Joker he played.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
And that Snyder cut, when it was re-edited, we saw that come to fruition. We saw he can put it down as the Joker, man.
When he looked at Batman and said, if you ever, he's like, you ever want to tear up that card, we can talk about why you sent a boy wonder to do a man's job. I was like, holy shit, that was ridiculous. Like, if anybody knows anything about you know, that story, you know, involving the Joker,
the Red Hood.
Yeah, dude, he fucking killed him. You know, he killed Robin, and it's because he went instead of Batman, and shit hit the fan. Literally, I like to say the fit hit the shan, but it did. You know, and that's just, you know, yeah, like that line of dialogue alone, you know, freaking fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Now, when you're talking about Suicide Squad, and no, this isn't a comic book show. Yeah, okay, I get it. You know, I wanted to see a better cut of that movie. I feel like there is one. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, you know, the creator of that said there was whatever it was. Yeah, there's supposed to be one. But I guess they had enough to like, nope, we did Snyder. That's all you're fucking getting. You did the Snyder cut.
I'm not gonna lie, I liked his line from the trailer where he's like, where she's not Harley Quinn yet, she's still Dr. Quinzel.
Yeah,
and like he's standing over her with the fucking electroshock paddles, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you, really, really bad." I was like, "That's like, I don't dig the look, but like that's sinister. I like that." And then we, you know, what we got. So sorry. Anyways, away from Jared Leto, on to 80s TV shows.
Yeah, we just kind of jumped in. I started thinking about Fight Club and everything else, dude. Like it's just a trail, you know, that you go down. It's like a hole. It's like going on YouTube. You know, you go there to watch things. You watch one thing, and next thing you know, you're spending 2 hours watching them cars try to ramp over shit. I'm telling you, man, like
those cars seeing how many fences they can go through.
Yeah, it's like Nissan Sentra. It's like, you know, and then I'm sitting there for hours, just like, is it gonna make it? No. And I find myself, here's the bad thing about that, Eric, and not that I'm going to dwell on this too much. I find myself critiquing it, like, no, it's not going to make it. That car's way too heavy. Like, I know. You know,
like that car's from the 50s. It's solid steel. It ain't
There's no fucking way it's going to jump over 15 things and avoid being able to stop in time before that wheel of death hits it.
Bro, I get so tense when it's so close. Like, you see, like, the Escalade stop.
You see them start to turn, and their wheels are going backwards, so they're not using brakes anymore. They're in flat-out reverse before they get destroyed on the... Yeah, dude, I love it. I can't help it. It's like my new thing, to where it's
so
like,
entertaining.
I've got 5 minutes to burn. I'm gonna watch these cars, and the next 15 minutes later, I'm 10 minutes late for something. You know, because I've done watched like 8 of them.
The line I draw in the sand, though.
Yeah,
I refuse, and this is gonna sound terrible because I technically am a content creator. I refuse to subscribe to those channels.
Oh, I did it.
I haven't subscribed to a single one, and the proof that the problem is, though, there's still, like, YouTube knows, like, you may not hit the button, but we're going to show them to you every other short.
Because you're going to watch it. We know you're going to watch it. But, dude, let's say hello to everybody in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get started. But like I said, yes, we are not doing any cartoons. because I feel like that's going to deserve its own show later on in the month. You know, we'll jump into the cartoons. There's so many. And I know that there are certain cartoons that kind of fell into that TV show, you know, that weren't so much like Saturday night. Like where you have stuff like The Simpsons and stuff like that. But I do want to get the animated stuff together. So we will avoid that for sure. But let's see who we got in the chat tonight. I see that Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying hello, Michael and Beard. Excited for this one. Me too, Jerry. Me too. Love 80s. Love 80s TV. Fantastic. He's also reminding everybody to smash that like button. Thank you. And then Jerry is saying consider joining Movies and Beyond on Patreon. See Jason versus Art the Clown duel. It is up. It will actually be up after this show. Everything is filmed and ready to go for that. So thumbnails done. I was
about to say I didn't see that one yet.
Oh, yep, it will be tonight. It will probably be like around 11:30 or so because sometimes Patreon takes a while to get them uploaded. I wanted to do it before the show, but unfortunately, doing all this stuff with Scarefest and getting all that stuff together, I didn't have time. It was going to be hit or miss, and I didn't want to be super late. But while we are on the subject of Patreon, I do want to let everybody know that right now you can join Patreon and support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube for $1 a month, and you will get access to all these bonus shows that are coming out weekly. And I do have a Patreon schedule, so I will be able to let you guys know what's all coming out, and there is a lot of stuff coming out that I can actually, you know, share some of that with you guys here shortly. I will do that probably at the end of the show, but there is a new show called Slasher Review that will be coming out on there, to where I look at slasher movies from the past, and we talk about, you know, all the things that were great about it, all the things that weren't. Just like a little 10-minute deal for each movie of me talking about the ones that I love, the ones that I don't like so much, and why, and, you know, what they did well and what they kind of laid the groundwork for. Stuff like that. Just kind of me being able to sit back and talk about slashers, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing that and posting that up on Patreon. So yeah, Jerry put the link in if you want to check it out. Only $1 a month. Melissa the Wild Card is in the chat, and it actually says Melissa Wild Card now. Did they fix stuff on there? Did they do that, or did she change that? Either way, the Wild Card is in the building saying great live tonight. Love anything 80s. Me too. What's
actually
up, Melissa?
You know what? I'm seeing DJ plays favorites. Jerry, I'm still seeing For the Love of Horror.
No, that was his stuff. Like, that's what he had originally. Who knows? I don't know. Paula's in the chat as well saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Jacob Ware is in the chat as well saying my favorite show will always be The Simpsons. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. What's up, Jacob? I hope you're doing well, my friend. DJ Plays Favorites is in the chat as well saying hello to everybody. What's up, DJ? I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Sunday. Wayne Turner is in the chat as well saying hi all. It's 12:01 p.m. Monday here in Sydney, Australia. The 80s didn't just have great TV shows. They had great TV theme songs. They did, my man. They freaking did. Hell yeah. What's up, Wayne? Happy Sunday, brother. I hope you're doing well. Gina's in the chat as well saying happy Sunday, all. Happy Sunday, Gina. Good to see you. Let's see. I see that James is in the chat as well. The Shape is in the chat. He is saying hi, everyone. What's up, James? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. All right. I don't want to miss anybody. Boy, you guys are going in the chat. I am trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Kyle's in the chat as well saying, hey, all. What's up, Michael? What's up, Kyle? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. I see the Michelle's in the chat as well saying happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Richard McNulty is in the chat saying hello, everyone, from Peterborough. I think I did that. Ontario, Canada. As always, I'm very happy to be here. Love these bracket tournaments. They are my favorite. Can't wait to see what everybody picks. Dude, that's what I love the most about them, because I know that my pick has no bearing on these, and it's all up to you guys. It's up to you guys to come out with these
even
brackets.
if y'all sometimes pick the wrong choice. By the way, Michelle, I think Michelle was trying to tell us to get it together earlier because she's like, I think she literally said, I can only stay till 9. So ... I think she was like, start the show already.
Doing our best. Michelle is saying, I have a question about these shows. Do they qualify if they began in 89, but were basically 90 shows? See, I juggled that around a little bit because for one in particular, I looked at was Family Matters that started in 89, but that's primarily a 90s. You know what I mean? So I would probably say no, because I think that I think that it was a 90s show. So if something started in 89, I won't say no to it, but I mean, what do I think? Like Family Matters. I think Seinfeld was a late one. To whereas you have the other ones like Golden Girls, you know, and Roseanne and stuff that were primarily 80s. So I would probably say no to that one. I would probably say that that's one that we would keep in the 90s for the most part. And I know you guys will help me out. I know you guys will help me out with that. Let's see. Jerry has hit 23 months. Dude, congratulations and thank you. A million times thank you. Michelle, yes. I mean, I love Seinfeld, but that's considered. I see what you're saying there. It is a 90s show. 100%. 100% a 90s show. Jerry has also gifted one Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, you are the man. Thank you so much, my friend. A million times thank you. It means the world to me. It means the world to me, for real. Russell Dorsey's in the chat saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Hi, Michael, Eric, and everyone in the chat. Let's get this party started. Thug life. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. What is up, Russell? Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well saying, hey, everybody. What's up, Jeff? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Trying to get through, everybody. It looks like Jerry has gifted another Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, thank you so much, my friend. A million times. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to miss anybody. I think that I got... Okay. I think that I have everybody. So, Eric, I already told you my pick ahead of time, and I'm definitely going to let everybody know what that is.
Is it because of his high school sports days? Is that what it is?
It's because he scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Okay? 4 touchdowns in one game. And I am definitely going with Al Bundy himself, Married with Children, will be my first pick. And remember, guys, don't start throwing your picks out until I call for them. All right. So, Eric, do you have an 80s TV show in mind that you would like to add to the Movies and Beyond bracket?
I do. So after we talked earlier and discussed it, I like I told you, had a little trouble thinking of like the 80s TV shows because I was born in 1990. So a lot of these I didn't get a chance to fully experience them. Having gone back and looked, this one debuted in 87, which is close, but I think you still got 3 years. I think half of its run was in the 80s.
Right. Yeah, I mean 87, that's still.
I'm going with the Tanner Family with old Bob Saget. And yeah, I'm going with Full House.
Hell yeah, man.
That's one I watched a lot. I also, growing up, had a huge crush on Jodie Sweetin. I thought she was just so cute. I think she's still a beautiful woman. And Melissa saying I missed out on the best. See, that's the thing, though. And I did say this on the phone with you earlier, Michael. Like, movies were a lot. Like, I've seen tons of older movies,
right?
Because that you can go to you can go online and find those streaming and stuff like that. But like older shows, if they weren't like breakout hits, that's a lot of media that you can't really find someplace. Like there's even shows that came out in the 2010s that I enjoyed. I can't find them streaming anywhere because they weren't hits.
Right.
And, like no streaming service wants to keep,
they
25 episodes.
They usually find their way on Tubi, my friend. They usually do. Like a lot of those shows will end up on Tubi, for sure. They will.
Yeah, but Full House is one I watched a lot of because it was very family friendly. So around that time, that's the kind of, if we were watching a like a sitcom or a TV show that wasn't Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy,
right?
It was that.
Yeah.
So that's my pick, Full House.
Definitely. Michelle saying 90210 Roseanne and Seinfeld are the 90s. Well, Roseanne was 88. I looked that one up, and I gave it the cut because the first 2 seasons were really good, and they were a big part of me growing up. So
also
Seinfeld,
that's in the thumbnail for the video, so I kind of feel like you got to accept it.
Yeah, like I mean I looked that one up for sure. Like, but where I cut it up with the 89s though, like Family Matters and like Seinfeld didn't really hit until the 90s, for sure, to where Roseanne was like an instant, like that was the shit. Like we were all watching Roseanne at the end of the 80s for sure. And even though it is the end, it's just like, well, it's there, so
Michelle's saying no, but you gotta.
I will agree to disagree for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's open it up, for everybody. Eric, I need your help reading them as I type these in, for sure.
I will. Okay, so somebody said Brady Bunch. That's definitely older. That's 60s and 70s. Yeah, Brady Bunch ended like mid 70s.
Yeah, Brady Bunch. Yeah, it does not fit that. So I am ready to type them up. And Eric,
I see the A Team. Is that 80s?
Yes.
Okay, I see the A Team pop up there.
B.A. Baracus.
I see Roseanne. Michelle's saying it's 90s, but Roseanne is out there, so we'll take Roseanne. I see Knight Rider. I see Alf. Is 21 Jump Street?
Yep, that was 80s.
Okay, 21 Jump Street. Golden Girls. So Russell's saying Family Matters. We kind of established with Family Matters, we're going to consider that 90s.
Yeah, that was late 89 when that came out.
I see Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah, Cheers was 82. So, Wayne, I'm pretty sure that. Okay, I see a Saved by the Bell. Degrassi Junior High. I'm pretty sure that was going to be like 2000s at oldest.
Now make sure we're throwing out just one, because I see multiple people throwing out multiple.
I'm going to be honest, man. I didn't even notice that. I was just like, are these 80s? Like, because I'm not so familiar with them that I'm like, oh, that's automatically 80s or not.
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat who hasn't thrown one out yet, now's your time.
Yeah, Saved by the Bell was 89 too. I think that we should probably take that one off. Unfortunately, I'm going to pull Saved by the Bell.
Someone just said Murder, She Wrote,
okay,
which was 84 to 96, so that one counts.
Yep.
So that's a good one. I've watched a few episodes of that. Airwolf. I've never heard of Airwolf.
Oh, dude, Airwolf was shit.
Like I said, never even heard of it. Airwolf.
It was a killer helicopter. Like it was like Blue Thunder, only the TV version. It was a shit, dude. Jan Michael Vincent.
They're making a movie out of it?
So good. So good.
Yeah, 1984.
Let's see.
Has anyone said, hold on, is it on there yet? It is on there. I was about to say, has anyone said Knight Rider?
Michelle has Wonder Years. Missed that one.
I love that car more than anything. What about me, Dad? You need a Q-tip?
Oh my God.
Okay, so Dukes of Hazzard I would count. It did go to 85. I love Dukes of Hazzard. Would you consider that 80s?
When did it start?
79.
I'll let the live chat decide. I would take it because it's 79, to where it's 89 is Seinfeld. Yeah, dude, I'm taking the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, Dukes of
Hazzard
Hazzard
doing that.
And I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know about it because I would have said that. Here's the thing. Growing up in the South like I did, Dukes of Hazzard was the shit. I went through a windshield trying to do a hood slide across it was my dad's car, but my cousin was driving because we had just came out of the theater from seeing Dukes of Hazzard, the movie. And he hit the gas.
I wore tight jeans and flannels and jumped through my window every time we got in the car. I loved Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yeah, it was so. And Boss Hogg. We had a kid in our school that we nicknamed Boss Hogg. He was little and bossy. His name was Boss Hogg.
Is Degrassi Junior High actually? I must be thinking of something different. Hold on. Degrassi Junior High. It's 87. Holy shit.
What is it?
It's called Degrassi Junior High.
That's actually one I don't know.
I know of the modern or the more modern Degrassi show that had like Drake in it.
Okay.
Which I guess is Degrassi The Next Generation. Because that came out in 01. So Degrassi Junior High, I guess. Yeah, that's I've got no clue. I had no clue that was an actual. Ooh, that's interesting. Hold on, when did that start? That is a good one. 88.
What are we looking for?
Unsolved Mysteries started in 1988.
Now, is this person picked multiple times already? Because that's the thing. Like
I think they have they've definitely thrown other ones out there. So I'm just like,
so if you haven't picked yet, I need a pick from you. And I will ask for a second pick. But when people are I know it's exciting, you guys. I know it's fun. It is super fun, but only one pick, please. Because when I have multiple people throwing out multiple things, then we run out of picks, and then somebody doesn't get theirs in, and then they feel left out, and it's not fair. I mean, I know we get excited, and we can do this, as once we get it started, you guys can say whatever the fuck you guys want to say. I don't even care, like whatsoever. But so we do have 15 picks or 14 picks at the moment. We have 5 picks left.
I think we should do 2 more picks, because if we do 2 more picks, then no team will get a bye week, right?
Only 2 more picks to put it at 16.
Yeah, so you know how you have a Sweet 16 and it goes down, like it would be even, wouldn't it?
Well, last time we did 25, it was too long. We said we were going to try 20 because 16 was too short.
Okay, that works. So
we're going to try 20.
What the second pick that Michelle threw out there, I will say, while it might be controversial now, I do think culturally you cannot downplay the significance that show had.
What was it? I didn't even see it.
Cosby
like these go by. So, oh yeah, dude, the Cosby Show in the 80s, like the Huxtables, like 100%.
I said,
I'm pretty sure that was before he was forcing on the tainted Jello and pudding pops.
No, that was during.
So that was prime pudding.
Not prime, but like it was during, because there were stars from that show say stuff. So, but what I'm saying though is like you can't, like that's terrible. Cannot be, we can't take that.
No, you can't take that away.
But
you can.
You also can't take away the cultural significance that show had with the entire country. Like
100%.
So
100%. So yeah. So we got 5 more picks. I will put the Cosbys on there, the Cosby Show. And I need 4 more picks. Go nuts in the chat. I don't care what they are.
Give us 4 more. Okay, Unsolved Mysteries was listed earlier, and it's not on there. It started in 88. I think Unsolved Mysteries should be on there.
Man, that show I dug that show growing up.
Dude, it like gave me stress because I'm like, oh, you mean they're still out there?
I remember the story that Jeepers Creepers was based on was on Unsolved Mysteries.
That's terrifying. I didn't know that was based on a real story.
Yes. Well, no, like the creepers not, but driving past with the van and the blood sheets and shit like that. Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
By
it
the
was.
way, Paula Brady Bunch was 60s and 70s. It was actually Paula. It was actually over before the 80s. So
a lot of us watched it in the 80s, along with I Dream of Jeannie and all that shit. But it was way before the 80s.
So when did SCTV start? Because I see people throwing that out. SCTV started.
So that was a
93 is what I'm seeing.
Shit, I remember John Candy was in SCTV. You might want to double check that.
Yeah. Oh, go back.
But one of these picks is reserved for Paula because she did throw up. She threw up the Brady Bunch, and she hasn't got one in yet. So we have to keep it from the 80s.
Okay, so first episode was 1977. It went till 84.
That sounds more like it because that's where where
76
John
to 84.
Candy was there. I'm pretty sure that
Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara.
Dan Aykroyd, was he there? Or was he only Saturday Night Live?
I think Dan Aykroyd was SCTV as well.
Okay. Because I know that was like it was dude.
So SCTV should be on there then.
We putting SCTV on there?
I think so. And they pointed out because Catherine O'Hara, obviously she just passed away the other day, which is unfortunate.
Okay. Has Paula had a pick yet? Because one of these is reserved for Paula. She has not gotten one in yet.
She says Scooby-Doo. When did Scooby-Doo come out?
No cartoons.
No cartoons.
Cartoons for the next one.
Yeah.
We are saving. Let's see. Family Ties, Growing Pains. Yeah, there's so much.
I see. Tales from the Crypt, but
that was in the 80s. Freddy's Nightmares was in the 80s too.
Tales from the Crypt started in 89.
No, it's.
I was about to say. Yeah. First episode was 1989.
We are pulling that one.
Is Cheers on? Cheers is already on there, Michelle.
Cheers is number 9, and I'll blow all this up so you guys can see it better. So Cheers is on there for sure.
James is saying The Muppet Show.
Yeah, I'm not sure when that started.
Yeah, The Muppet Show. Let's see. I'm looking it up now. Muppet Show started in 74, and I don't know.
It's probably still going.
Final episode of the original run, I guess, ended in 81. But it's about to come back.
Of the Muppet Show? Shit, I remember. There's so many I remember, like Fraggle Rock. Night Court was my shit, dude. I love Dan Fielding. Like, he was hilarious. John Larroquette was the shit. That was, of course, after he was the voice of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course. There are so many good ones in there.
Yeah, Muppet Show, right here. Series premiered in the UK September 1976 and ended on 23rd May 1981. 5 seasons totaling 120 episodes. So it ended in 81.
I'm surprised no one has said something like Magnum PI or
Power Rangers. Was Power Rangers 80s?
No, Power Rangers. Weird shit, dude. I don't think so. I mean, if
90s?
It was, yeah, I would think Power Rangers was the 90s because my generation, now I can only speak for my generation, we looked at the Power Rangers like knockoff Voltron. Like Voltron had already did the combination thing. And to me, Voltron was the shit. I wish they would have done more.
93,
yeah. Wayne said someone said Magnum PI and Miami Vice. I'm still saving one for Paula. I'm still saving her spot. She hasn't got one yet. Let's see. Wayne, do you want to take Magnum PI for your second one? Oh, Tom Selleck. Do we want to do that? Paula, do you have a pick that you want to put in there? Yeah, Michelle, I'm putting Who's the Boss on there. I like that too.
I'm just gonna throw names out. Obviously, you don't have to take them. I'm just throwing them out because I just, in case she hears one that she wants. I'm seeing Growing Pains, Perfect Strangers, The Wonder Years, Pee-wee's Playhouse, Miami Vice,
yeah,
Freddy's Nightmares.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Freddy's Nightmares
Yeah.
is on there.
Yeah, Baywatch.
What's Baywatch 80s? Must have been late 80s.
Baywatch. It doesn't count. 89.
I was about to say that had to be late 80s.
Tour of Duty, Family Ties, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Interesting. We haven't had any Star Trek in there. Punky Brewster. Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, that was so great.
Superman or Superboy. Who's the Boss? Bosom Buddies. Never heard of that one.
I remember Perfect Strangers. That was
Quantum Leap.
Paula,
Fraggle Rock.
Paula, we can't do Scooby Doo. It's a cartoon. We're doing cartoons later on in the month, and I know you're going to want to save it for that.
Reading Rainbow. Night Court.
Night Court was the shit. I
Red
love Night
Dwarf.
Court.
Kids in the Hall. Sledgehammer. Simon and Simon.
MacGyver. MacGyver was freaking Punky Brewster. Like, that's another great one.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we said most of the really, really culturally impactful ones.
Wayne says Perfect Strangers theme song I have on vinyl record. Dude, that's hilarious. That was what was his name? Balky was I remember that. I definitely remember Perfect Strangers.
Bro, so
James said Matlock was on there.
There's a section on here for cartoons, and I'm looking at them like, oh god, which one am I gonna choose for that one?
Yeah, dude, like that one's gonna be freaking crazy. That one is gonna be freaking crazy.
Have we gotten one?
Paula says MASH. Was MASH 70s or 80s? I know it ended in the 80s.
MASH, it was both. It went all the way up to 83.
When did it start though?
72.
Yeah, that's way too long in the 70s. Richard said, does anybody remember Webster? Yes, I remember Webster. And Different
That was
Strokes.
Gary Coleman?
No, Different Strokes was Gary Coleman.
Okay.
Webster was Emmanuel Lewis. I do remember that. Yes. So, which is funny because the parents from Webster were both in Porky's. So
Porky's. Oh my God.
The Webster mom was the prostitute that they had in the shack, and the dad from Webster was the cop that was with Porky. I think it was his brother. So yeah. Paula throws out the facts of life, and that is definitely one right there. So we're going to do facts of life. All right. We have them all. So what did I do to StreamYard? There, it's fixed. I don't know what I did. So here's the thing. Eric, you are going to pick a number. So if anybody's goes up against somebody's that you guys don't like, it's Eric's fault. He is going to pick a random number. We're going to go ahead and shuffle these up, and we are going to be good to go. Eric, give me a number between 5 and 10.
I'm going to say 7 because I looked over and saw Michelle's name is actually Michelle Goose 7. So I'm going to say 7.
You're going with that. All right.
So
let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So let me go here. Well, actually, I think I need to go up here. We're going to start the tournament. Our first is Murder, She Wrote. versus Cheers. Murder, She Wrote versus Cheers. Let me go ahead, start the poll. Who wins? Murder, She Wrote, Cheers. And the poll is active. It is up. Eric, for me, I've got to go with Cheers because it's one that I watched more often. Not that Murder, She Wrote wasn't good. What was it? Angela, what was her name?
I don't think it was Angela. I think, was it one of the chicks from Golden Girls?
No. No.
I must be remembering something different.
No. But I mean, you're looking at, dude, the amount of people that were in Cheers. You know, you've got Shelley Long, you've got
Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, it's Angela Lansbury. Yes, she was in Murder, She Wrote. Shelley Long, Ted Danson, Woody Harrelson's introduction. You had Norm. You had what was the mailman's name? You had Frasier. Hell, they made a show off of Cheers, a successful show called Frasier.
Yep.
So I mean, to me, it's like Michelle Norm. Yes, Norm. So for me, I'm definitely going Cheers. It's definitely one that I watched, you know, way more. Sam Malone, dude, he was, he killed it. But like I said, man, it spawned another successful show, which was Frasier. Very different type of comedy, but it was definitely really good for sure. Definitely really good.
It'd be Cheers for me as well. Honestly, for the same reasons. I definitely, if they're so different, it's like apples and oranges up in here. Because if you want something like thought-provoking, if you want to solve a mystery or something like that, you're going to go, you want serious, go Murder, She Wrote. But if you want like just casual fun time, like comedy, you're going to go Cheers. But I think I would lean toward Cheers more because of that. And I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched that much of either show. But with my limited knowledge, I'm going Cheers.
But I mean, even Rhea Perlman, Kirstie Alley, like there were like Cheers created like
careers.
Stars. Yeah, like stars came from Cheers. Did I say Rhea Perlman? That's another, you know, great.
You
one.
did just a second ago.
Just like, wow, man, like you freaking, you just look back and it's just like, I know every single one of these people, to where, you know, some of these shows that you go back to and you're just like, oh yeah. You know what was another good one that didn't get a lot of love? It was called Street Hawk, and it was about a motorcycle that was awesome. It was like a top secret motorcycle that would go out and save the day. Street Hawk was another one that I loved as a kid. Street Hawk, Airwolf, they all.
Oh, I was about to say, was that like a spinoff of like Knight Rider? Or...
No, it was kind of its own thing, dude. Probably competition for like Knight Rider and Airwolf. Michelle is saying Danny DeVito's wife, Rhea Perlman. Yes, it was. And they were so little. They were so little together. It was freaking great. I absolutely loved it.
I think they're still married, aren't they?
I have no idea.
Literally, I'm pretty sure they're still married.
Oh my god. All right, we're gonna leave these up for about 2-3 minutes each, so we can get through all of them for sure. I am gonna go ahead and end the poll right now with 13 votes in. Cheers is winning 77-23, so I will go ahead and end that poll there. Cheers will move on.
Legally, they're still married.
Legally, they're still married. All right, this is another good one. Start the poll. Who wins? We have the Cosby Show. I just wrote the Cosby. Jesus. And the A-Team. Love when a plan comes together.
I'm just thinking of like B.A. Baracus.
Oh yeah, dude. I pity
going up against Mr. Huxtable.
Pity the fool. Dude, I love the A-Team, but we did talk about the cultural significance of the Cosbys. One of the things that the Huxtables did was they were that TV family. And they, it not only was it funny, but you always felt like you got something from it as well.
You
Now,
learned
granted,
a lesson from it.
yeah. Now, granted, the A-Team was badass, but at the same time, I feel like, the Cosby Show was a better show than the A-Team was. Although, as a boy kid in the 80s, it's just like blow it up, like take like Murdoch and Face and Hannibal and B.A. Baracus, dude. They were the team, and I absolutely loved it. I forget the I used to know the monologue for it as a kid. It's like, if you're in trouble and you can find them, you need to hire the A-Team. Like, I don't remember it, word for word. But yeah, I love the A-Team, but I think that, just from, what I have to say, I think that the Cosbys was probably the better show for sure. For sure. How about you, sir? Do you have any
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit.
Yes.
These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Dun 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 dun. Dun. I love it. Yes. I love it.
I didn't have too much exposure to the A-Team growing up. I had a lot more exposure to the Cosby Show, and like I said, man, it was one of those, and not to get political or anything like that, it was one of those. This was still the 80s. It was one of those shows where it was like about a black family, but like everyone could relate to it. It was like it didn't matter. Like the entire country could tune in and watch this family and learn something about loving each other and being good and kind to one another.
Yeah.
And it, sucks that the personal life has taken away from it a little bit, but Bill Cosby's such a great storyteller. And that showed through in the show. Yeah. So for me, it's got to be the Cosby Show as well.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. And it's we're gonna leave this up for another minute. Make sure if you have not voted that you get your vote in. But the A-Team is running away. So which movie
is it really? That's surprising.
58-42. The A-Team is currently winning. Let's see what chat has to say. We got another minute or so. We'll start here. Michelle is saying Cosby. Melissa's saying the A-Team. James is saying the A-Team. Paula's saying nothing beats the Cosby Show. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the way it's looking, the A-Team is going to beat the Cosby Show.
Yeah, it's definitely winning. What is surprisingly.
And that's Michelle brings up a good point. Like if we knew the darkest things that everyone did, we wouldn't watch anything. So
that's fair. That is definitely fair.
Bro, if those 3 million released files in the last couple of days have shown me anything, it's real weird in Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, but I think we all kind of somewhat knew that it was weird. I didn't know that Jerry Seinfeld debuted on the Jeffersons. See, I learned something tonight. I did not know.
I didn't know that either.
I did not know.
Seinfeld's one of those interesting shows to me, and I know this is not a 90s thing, but Seinfeld was the one who I think we're good. I think we're done.
Think we got it?
No, that's what Seinfeld said. Like the show didn't get canceled or the studio didn't pick it up. Seinfeld was the one who was like, yeah, I think we're going to end it now, like on good terms.
Hell yeah.
That usually doesn't happen. Usually they ride that thing till the wheels fall off, until the viewers. And yeah.
But I mean, to Jerry Seinfeld's, point, like he knew they were on top and he probably didn't want to see the show end up what most shows become. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's big on him. So the A-Team does move on. We left it up for almost 5 minutes there. Let's go ahead and pop this up here. The next poll: who wins? Who's the boss? Tony Danza. I loved Mona in that show.
I've never seen a single episode of Who's the Boss. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've seen an entire episode of Magnum PI.
When I was a kid, I always used to get Tom Selleck and Burt Reynolds confused because they both had mustaches. Like that's how young I was. It's just like like is that the same guy? It's like I couldn't tell them apart when I was a little kid.
Hold on, I'm confused as to why Michelle is cursing me right now. It's because I haven't seen Who's the Boss.
Probably. Either way, Mona was the shit. She was the mom. She was, what's her name? Angela. I know there was Tony. And Alyssa Milano was his daughter in that. She was a kid in that, and then the other kid was Jonathan, who was also in Cujo. He was the little boy in Cujo. This is all just popping in my head right now. It's like there was a lot of people in that. Like Magnum PI was great. I did dig it, but I think that Who's the Boss had way more rewatch value for me. And it was something that I connected with the characters more as a kid. I would probably do Who's the Boss for that.
I want to say there's a joke about Who's the Boss in Friends that I always found funny, where like Phoebe, it's Phoebe and Chandler sitting on the couch, and an episode comes on, and Chandler goes, "Oh, wait a minute. I think this is the one where there's a temporary disagreement between the sisters," or something like that. And Phoebe's like, "Oh, then I've already seen this one," and she just turns it off.
Oh God, I don't remember that.
It might have been a different show.
It may have been, because I don't think Angela. No, it was Angela, Mona, Jonathan, and then Tony was the housekeeper, and he brought Sam. I think it was Sam. Was the name of the kid, Alyssa Milano's character, and they all lived together in the house, and it was always a thing. Like, did you think that Angela and Tony were going to get together and get married? Well, shit, I got to remember, I was in 9 or 10, when that happened, for sure. Let's see here.
For me, it would have to be Magnum PI, just because that's what I've seen the most of. And I think the mustache alone, just kind of
the appreciation for the stash.
No, not my appreciation for it. The stash itself outweighs Who's the Boss.
Michelle said I still mix them up. When I was a kid, I always mix those two up.
Michelle, I'm still waiting to hear why you said curse Eric. I don't know what I did.
They did a Magnum PI and Murder, She Wrote crossover. Interesting. That I did not know. Richard said, "Who's the Boss? I've seen every episode." Oh, yeah. Wayne says, Magnum PI is the reason Tom Selleck turned down the role of Indiana Jones. Interesting. Jeff said, yes, Michael. She was okay. I thought it was Angela. Yes. Russell said, I'm glad he turned it down. Yeah, Harrison Ford's Indy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't see anyone other than him playing Indiana Jones.
I don't know if I could live in a world where Harrison Ford was not Indiana Jones. Melissa said, my man had a huge crush when he was 20. He got to meet her until he went up to her and just froze. I got you. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Angela from Who's the Boss? Wayne is saying, I grew up with Magnum PI, Hawaii, the cars, the helicopter, the action, the theme song. I have a rare dance remix of the theme song on vinyl record. Dude, that's crazy. That's freaking awesome. Jerry saying the Stash Entertainment.
So I will never, I always told myself I would never do just a mustache, like shave the beard and do just a mustache, until I did Sweet Charity in college. I auditioned and got into the musical Sweet Charity, and one of the roles I played was a policeman. And I always keep my beard until like last day I can to shave it. And the director is like, yeah, shave the beard, but keep the mustache. I'm like, please, no.
Dude, I would do it sarcastically just to show up at work and make everybody laugh and walk around like I don't know what everybody's laughing at. I think that would be hilarious.
Okay, so funny thing you said about laughing. This was the first time any of my college classmates had ever seen me without a beard. I showed up, and one of the women in the cast literally saw me and laughed at me in my face. Like, literally laughed in my face. I'm like, that's the rudest fucking thing. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? It was, yeah, literally just laughed in my face. I'm like, I'm sorry, my face looks like this. I can't help it. Yeah.
Look like. Well, Magnum PI is going to move on 55 to 45. They lost that one. All right. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
Oh, this one's easy for me.
I see. I love both of these. This is going to be a tough one for me. Who wins? Unsolved Mysteries or Golden Girls?
For me, this is easy. It's Unsolved Mysteries. To address the two questions in the chat, or the two things in the chat. Michelle, no one's ever told me that it's fake. I have had like two separate women in a let's just say a gentleman's club ask to touch it. And obviously I let them. In terms of Wayne's comment, I have photos of me completely shaved because anytime I did a show, I don't think I've ever did a show where I was allowed to keep my beard. So I've got photos of me without it. It's a whole different vibe. I'm not a fan.
It's a whole thing.
My face is way too round. See, the beard makes it look like it's longer, but my chin is actually like right here.
We're gonna hide behind it.
Bro, my chin is a lot higher than you think. Unsolved Mysteries, by the way. Like,
dude, I can't.
The diversity of Unsolved Mysteries. I've seen some hilarious clips of Golden Girls. I have. But no, Jerry, I don't agree to those terms. Especially right now in the winter, my chin would be so cold. Yeah, for me, it's Unsolved Mysteries, like the fear factor that comes with that. I'm assuming you're going Golden Girls.
I am. Robert Stack was great, though. Robert Stack was fantastic, dude. But the chemistry on Golden Girls was something else. Like it was something else entirely. And there's a reason why there's a huge fan base for the Golden Girls. Like, you can ask just about. There's not a lot of people that don't like the Golden Girls. No matter who they are. Like it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. But at some point growing up in the 80s, especially people of my age, it's tough, man. It is. It's tough. Like, the Golden Girls is just on another level. But I see your point, especially someone from, that wasn't there for, the Golden Girls to go back and watch Unsolved Mysteries. Even going back, dude, like, I'm probably gonna like the Golden Girls more. But at the same time, it's just like, I was there for that. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I will say this. I believe if I was to go back and watch the Golden Girls from start to finish,
yeah,
I would immediately love Golden Girls more.
You would. You absolutely would.
I've seen clips of like just Betty White's character, and I'm like, that's my kind of humor. It's so good. I just haven't got around to watching it. Whereas Unsolved Mysteries was a kind of a mainstay.
Right. Unsolved Mysteries was on at a time that was just like, you know, for me, it was Unsolved Mysteries, and then it would be like America's Most Wanted after that. Like they were wrapped up together for me, but it was just like the Golden Girls. There are a few times where you have a show come along where everybody is great. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times you watch a lot of shows and you're like, oh, I like this character. I don't really like this character. I like this character. I don't really like this character. But with the Golden Girls, dude, it's just like they all fit. Like it wouldn't be the same without, you know, if you're missing one, it wouldn't be the same. As opposed to, you know, a lot of other shows where you're like, oh, I could lose this person and it would still be good. That's how it is for me. That's how I've always seen the Golden Girls. And as for Unsolved Mysteries, every now and then I go back and watch some of those too. I believe it's on Tubi right now. I think that Golden Girls. I think that Unsolved Mysteries is on Tubi. And Robert Stack, dude, he was the shit. I absolutely love. I always liked the ghost ones the best. You know, every now and then there would be a ghost one. Yeah. Where it's just like, whether you bought it or not, man, he was going to make you believe just the way that he was telling the story. It was freaking hilarious, dude. It was freaking hilarious. I love it. But I am going to go ahead and end the poll because we are 4 minutes in, and Golden Girls is going to move on 58 to 42. All right, we have entered the next round. That's the chat. I almost typed who wins in the chat.
Who wins?
Everybody would have been like, oh, you do.
We all do.
We all win.
By the way, Jerry, we can't shave our beards, man. We gotta have full beards this summer when we go on rides together. We gotta do some motorcycle rides this year. And I can't be out there without a beard. I gotta have something protecting my chin.
All right, the next poll is up: SCTV or Cheers.
This is a difficult one for me. Because here's the thing. I think a lot. I know what my head immediately went to. I'm not going to say it's going to happen for everyone in the chat. My head immediately went to not actually SCTV, but all the stars that came out of SCTV and all the work that spawned since then. Yeah. Because you got to think, without SCTV, there's a possibility we don't get Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Dan Aykroyd. I want to say wasn't oh my God. Why am I forgetting his name? Martin Short.
John Candy was on SCTV.
John Candy. I'm pretty sure Martin Short was as well. And
Rick Moranis, Martin Short.
Bro,
no, there wasn't. No, I don't see Steve Martin.
Martin Short was the one I was talking about.
Oh,
but SCTV stands for Second City TV.
Yes, it does. Second City Television. Yes.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. If I'm actually thinking about it, the sketches from SCTV, none of them really stick out to me. Like, yeah. I get it. It was basically Canada's answer to Saturday Night Live.
It was,
but they were nowhere near as big.
No.
So I respect SCTV, and I'm so glad we had it, because without it, like I said, there's a chance we don't have some of the biggest stars of my childhood. However, the actual content of the show itself, I got to go Cheers.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Cheers. And I'm also looking, because I looked up the cast, and it said that SCTV started in 1976. And it was 2 seasons. And it ran to 1981. But either way, Harold Ramis was in there as well. But I'm definitely going for Cheers on this one. Don't get me wrong. I love John Candy. I love Eugene Levy. R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara. R.I.P. John Candy. Rick Moranis. Harold. Dude, you see like a lot of like Ghostbusters and, you know, a lot of shit in there, dude. But when you look at the cast of Cheers, man, it's I can't do it. I think SCTV should have probably been on the 70s, as I'm looking at this, but it's fine. It's one got through. It's all right. It's all right.
I think I said something about it when I brought it up that it started, but it ended in what was it, 83?
80. Oh, I think it said 81.
I could be wrong on that. Yeah.
Where's my tab? 81. Yeah, that probably should have stayed in the 70s. All good though. It's all good. Let me see what some of the chat has to say. Wayne said, sadly, only seen Cheers. I got you. Jerry's throwing out that it is 76. Yeah, I saw that when I brought the cast up. Russell saying 70s. Richard is saying SCTV RIP Catherine O'Hara. Yes. For some reason, she was in
what I'm seeing,
stuff,
it actually went to 84.
No, it says 81 on IMDb. 76 to 81 full cast and crew.
Okay. So hold on.
Either way.
Is sketch comedy show about a fictional television station ran intermittently between I will say this, in our defense, being, Americans, it didn't air in America till 81 to 83.
Oh, I got you.
So in the United States, we didn't even get it till 81. So that might be where the confusion came in.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's possible. It is possible. For sure.
So that's probably where it came.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Either way, Cheers is moving on. Guaranteed that it's way ahead. Michelle saying, didn't we already vote on Cheers? Yes, but that was first round. We are in the second round. So Cheers moved on to this battle for SCTV. Wayne said Eric's going for the stretch. It's like, yeah, it's when it debuted. Michelle saying nope, it debuted 9/1/77. Well, it slipped through.
I mean, I'm looking here, season 3, 1980, 1 year after SCTV Toronto dropped it. It was picked up by NBC in 81. 81 to 83, seasons 4 and 5 happened on NBC. I think it went under a different name though, because it was originally SCTV. It was also SCTV Network 90, and then the SCTV channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's confusion as to like which one happened, because I'm also seeing Second City TV from 76 to 81, SCTV Network 90 from 81 to 83. SCTV channel from 83 to 84. Okay. So I think there's a lot of confusion. From what I'm seeing, it went all the way up to 84. Doesn't matter. It's on here, and I'm pretty sure it just lost. So it
did. It did. Karma stepped in, did its job, and it has gone through. So Cheers will move on. The next one we have. Who wins the Wonder Years?
Pretty sure I know which one's going to win this one.
So this one for me, I can only speak on the Wonder Years.
And I think that's because Degrassi Junior High is a Canadian show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I really don't know. I haven't seen it. The Wonder Years, for me as a kid, my memory of the Wonder Years is it was like one of the first shows that I remember seeing. I'm not saying it was the first show, but to me it felt more grown up with kids in it than shows that came before it. It was just different. It was a little different, like Fred Savage, and everybody loved Winnie. You know what I mean? Like, at least you know, for me, like the boys. Like I absolutely loved Winnie. You know what I mean? Like the show was fantastic. And it I felt like it dealt with issues that were a little different from like Who's the Boss and things like that I was exposed to before the Wonder Years. Now, I'm not saying that this is how it went, but it's my experience on how it went. It just felt more grown up, even though they were kids. And then there was a big controversy, you know, in the late 90s that were saying that that Paul from the Wonder Years was Marilyn Manson, you know, and that wasn't true. You know what I mean? But this was before the internet. It was before the internet. So, you know, a lot of people were like, did you know that Paul became Marilyn Manson? And it's like, no shit. Like, really? That's fucking crazy. He was such a nerd. And look at him now. Definitely, you know, not true whatsoever. But it shit. Fucking Wayne just put it out there too. Wonder Years urban myth: actor that played Kevin's best friend Paul grew up to be Marilyn Manson. Yeah, that's not true. But I remember everyone thinking that. And again, it was before you could fact check anything on the internet. So everybody was like, "Oh shit! Like that's fucking Paul." Like,
was that before or after the myth about Marilyn Manson having his ribs removed? You remember that one?
Remember, dude. I do remember that.
Yeah,
I do remember that as well. But you know, at the same time, it was just it was just something I remember from the time. But I did. I love the Wonder Years. I wish I could speak on the other show here, but unfortunately I can't. I don't want to speak out of you know, me not knowing shit about it to say that the Wonder Years is better, the Wonder Years is worse. But yeah.
Exactly, Michelle. Exactly. I can't really speak about either of these.
Thank you for that, Michelle. Clearing that up. That's exactly what it was.
I can't really speak too much about either of these, so I'm not gonna. I will say I could speak more to the Wonder Years. I just really quickly went through the class of Degrassi Junior High. I didn't even know this show existed. I'm aware of Degrassi, which I guess is the next generation. I know Kevin Smith did a little bit of writing on that. I know Drake, the rapper, was on that show before he was Drake.
Wasn't he in like the Mickey Mouse Club or some shit like that?
I don't know. He might have been.
Or maybe it was this show that he was in, and I always thought it was like the Mickey Mouse show or the Mickey Mouse Club or whatever that was.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I know he's in this because I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he plays like a disabled person in the show, like he's in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyways, I'm not aware of Degrassi Junior High. I went through. I looked up. I'm like, are there any actors? I didn't recognize a single actor in there either. So
gotcha.
So I'm like, maybe it like spawned off like some careers. I think it was more of a, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times people get confused that something that's really popular in their country doesn't go out to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah,
oh, yeah.
That's the one.
But the Wonder Years did kind of blow it up. So it's 78-22. Yeah. So it will definitely move on. It will definitely move on. Oh, this is where people are going to disagree with me, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. I don't care what anybody says.
You're going to say Airwolf.
You damn right. I'm going to say Airwolf. Airwolf. And I will die on that hill versus Alf. Jen Michael Vincent. That helicopter was badass. I was a child in the 80s. Made me want to fly a helicopter and blow shit up. Dude, it was just like Airwolf was the same every episode. By no means was it better. But for me as a kid, it was just like, we got an issue. Get an Airwolf. We no longer have an issue. You know what I mean? Like it was just like fucking the same shit. I absolutely freaking loved it. And again, you know, it was boys being boys. You know, it was badass. It was. I saw a thing recently that was made with AI, to where it was just like a little like 1 minute short to where some guy's in a cave and he finds Airwolf and fires it up. Like it's all like dirty and shit. And people were just like, dude, you have to make this fucking movie. Like it has to come back, like it's Airwolf. But I know the 80s is Alf, dude. Like I get it. I'm going to get smoked. It's fine. But damn it, I'm going to stand on that hill for Airwolf. I'm sorry, but it's happening. It's happening.
It's okay. You're losing with integrity.
It's fine. I will go down with Airwolf. The original Airwolf did crash, by the way. Like
it's closer. I looked at the poll. It's closer than you think it would be. Honestly, it's about tied. I think there's only one vote difference. This is another one where I'm very unfamiliar with one show. I'm completely unfamiliar with the other show. So I'm going to go with Alf because
Alf ate cats.
I'm less unfamiliar with Alf.
Alf ate cats. He freaking sure did. I guess that if I'm not mistaken, the Airwolf helicopter was sold after the show, and it ended up being like, still used as like a rescue helicopter. And I think it crashed on like I don't think it crashed with, like a passenger in it, but I think that it crashed during like training or something like that. So it ended up going down, and there is no more of that Airwolf. I can still hear the theme song in my head.
Was it a specific type of helicopter?
It was a badass helicopter, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I know anything about helicopters to say it was like a P-64 turbo or some shit. I have no idea what the fuck, I know nothing about them whatsoever.
What kind of I didn't search what kind of helicopter. It's the second question. Was Airwolf?
Yeah, dude. It's like it was
heavily modified Bell 222A.
Yeah.
But I like how it says heavily modified.
Heavily modified. Jerry saying, Michael, do you remember Street Hawk? Yes, I do, my man. I said that at the beginning of the show. I had to bring it up, dude. Street Hawk was the shit. I love that bike, man. Michelle said, I've been in a Huey. I have too. I flew from the Big Island to Oahu. In a Black Hawk when I was in the military. It's definitely different than being on a plane for sure. Russell saying Street Hawk was good. Hell yeah, man. It was awesome. Again, same concept as Airwolf. We got a problem. Get on Street Hawk. We no longer have a problem. Like that was the, I guess that was the line for a lot of, shows and stuff and movies. But it was freaking crazy for sure. Let's see. Alf is winning. We'll leave it up for one more minute, and we will pull that down. James is saying always wanted to eat the cat. Yes, Alf always did want to eat the cat.
Okay, so hold on a second. You said Alf eats cats. Did we ever see him eat a cat?
No, it's a TV show in the 80s.
So we don't know that he eats cats. We know
he
that
eats
he wants.
America. Oh yeah, he eats.
We never saw it.
It was implied.
It's slander. You can never prove it in court.
That's all you could do in the 80s was imply.
You could never prove that in a court of law, sir.
You can't. You can't have an alien eating a cat on regular TV. You can't.
You can never prove that in a court of law, sir. I will not accept this Alf slander.
He was an alien. He ate cats.
So?
Well, you got a problem with aliens all of a sudden? What? Huh? What? You got a problem? Just because he was different, you don't judge him.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Michael Myers ate dogs, like canonically.
Yes, but you didn't see it. It was implied.
No, it wasn't implied. It was specifically said. Like we see the carcass, and then we
did not see the carcass in the first. We didn't see the carcass until David Gordon Green. They just walked up and said, "Oh, it's a dead dog." They didn't show the dead dog, they did show him kill a dog. But they didn't show him eat. They didn't show the dead dog in the Myers house in the 70s.
They did. Man, I must be thinking of.
Now, when they came in Halloween Kills in the flashback, they showed the dog.
Huh. I'm
They
having a
walked
little
in
bit
like
of
there's
a.
a dead dog. He's like, he got hungry. You know what I mean? Like that's implied. But I guess that's more than implied because they were looking at it and we weren't.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, come on
I'm
now.
trying. I'm hanging on a limb here. But Alpha is going to win 58-42, and it will move on. R.I.P. Airwolf. All right. We have got the A team. Oh, shit. I got these backwards. Hold on. Because the Cosbys, that should have been 54-46. The Cosbys beat the A team, right?
Cosby's did move on, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that was backward. Let me fix that. Now we have our real matchup, and this one has me freaking torn. I'm sorry.
Are we missing some? Like, I feel like we're already seeing the second round, but we didn't get past all the first rounders.
Right, because the first round was so short because of the 20. I'll double check.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I was like, because I'm seeing that the bracket stretches down. I'm like, what's down there?
Yeah,
like we haven't seen those yet.
Let's make sure that Michael didn't.
No, I'm not.
See it here. I will blow this up so you guys can see.
Oh no, you're all good. You're all good. Yeah, I see. Because we haven't seen Dukes of Hazzard or Jump Street at all.
Nope, it's coming.
Okay.
It is coming.
Oh, stop skipping my comments, Michael.
As far as skipping the comments, it's me trying to do the show, do the bracket, do the polls at the same time. So I'm doing my best.
Yeah, he's juggling.
I am juggling right so many things right now. So yeah, I'm going to miss comments. That's going to freaking happen. I am doing my best with it. To juggle 3 things at once, it is definitely not an easy thing to do.
It isn't. For this particular matchup here, yeah, I'm gonna say Roseanne, and I'm gonna say Roseanne for one particular scene or episode, I guess, because it's multiple scenes, and it's when Jackie shows up, and she's been roughed up a little bit by a romantic partner.
Yeah, Booker. Dude, the Cosby Show lost to the A team.
It did?
Yeah. It lost 54-46.
Okay, so maybe it should be the A team in here.
It should be the A team. Because I saw Gina put this right here because I was reading through the chat and it made me scroll back. So the Cosbys did lose to the A team. Huh. So I did have it right.
You did?
I just couldn't fathom it. Like, I guess my mind couldn't believe how that happened. So I'm going to have to cancel this poll. I do apologize, and you guys are going to have to vote again.
And Roseanne came out in 88. So I'm definitely saying Roseanne's an 80s show. That's right. Michelle was there was a lot of trepidation picking Cosby Show because of Bill. Because of old Billiam.
Yep.
Okay, this makes it even easier for me. Roseanne.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were telling the story about Booker. I'm sorry to have
oh no, you're all good, man. Yeah, like and like she explains it to oh my gosh, Dan. Dan doesn't say a word. You just see him put his hat and his coat on, comes back with a broken hand, and the cops show up, and she puts a piece of chicken in his mouth while they arrest him, and he walks out, and he's totally okay with it. He's like, yeah, I'll go to jail for that, and I love that. He's like, yeah, I broke the law, but I did it for a good reason, and I freaking loved it. So
yeah, it was such a great, like it was so good. My favorite was when they found the weed and thought it was David's. And it ends up being Dan's, and they get stoned and they're sitting in the bathroom. Oh, that's right. Michelle said it wasn't Booker. It was the younger guy. Booker was George Clooney. Yes. It was her younger boyfriend. He was way younger than her. Shit, I don't remember his name. Fisher. Yeah, Booker, Fisher. God damn it. Like they're so close together. Yes, it was Fisher. But my favorite episode was when they found the weed in David's room. And, you know, he took the blame for it, thinking it was Darlene's. And Dan was like, no, this is our pot. Like, you know, like I couldn't get, you told me to get rid of it. I couldn't get rid of it. They get stoned. They're sitting in the bathroom. And then all of a sudden they find Jackie laying in the bathtub, holding the weed in her hand. And she's a cop. I'm pretty sure she's still a cop at this point. And it's just freaking hilarious. Like, I absolutely love that episode. Like, Roseanne, that was every day for me. Roseanne was on just about, once it went into syndication, that shit was playing all the time in our house. I absolutely love the show. And again, another person, whether you agree with what she says, what she doesn't, you know, I get it. But it doesn't take away, you know, anything from Roseanne, because again, it wasn't afraid to hit those harder issues, especially the one that you brought up, Eric. Such a great scene, man. Such a great episode. And there were a lot of really good episodes like that that went with Roseanne. It was freaking amazing. Yes, Fisher. It was Fisher. You were right. Michelle's also saying she loved the Halloween episode. Yeah, me too. I like the ones. Yeah. DJ was quiet as shit, but he always made me laugh. For sure. Wayne said the A-Team is mostly 80s, unlike Roseanne. The A-Team should win based on that alone. Shit, man. I don't. Roseanne's a shit. Like, I absolutely loved freaking Roseanne. Let me go to the poll. We got about another minute. So if you haven't voted, please make sure that you are voting, because I see that we've got 15 people in the chat and I only have 8 votes. So basically make sure that you're getting your votes in. Make sure that you get the votes in. Melissa saying she was annoying. I mean, it was Roseanne. I grew up watching Married with Children. Yeah, me too. Me too. That was my pick, was Married with Children.
Hey, we haven't even gotten there yet, but that's got, for me, I'm gonna be honest. That's the one that's got the most staying power. The only reason I didn't pick Married with Children is because you already picked it.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns in one game. I mean, that was
his insults at the freaking shoe store. Legendary.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna get into it, man. I still remember half of them.
Dude, get 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't make fun of our weight. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna fall through the floor.
So bad. So bad. Oh my god. All right, so the A-Team moves on. It's 67-33.
Really? That's surprising.
That is surprising. Maybe Roseanne will get another call back when we hit the 90s. I would probably be okay with that. Bubba Smith, Richard McNulty. Yeah, that was Spare Tire. All right, who wins? Full House or Magnum PI?
Who you going with?
I gotta go with Magnum on this one, buddy. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Full House. Olsen twins, Uncle Jesse, you know, Bob Saget. What was his buddy's name? The other guy that was with him in Full House.
Oh, Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier. Yeah. You had
one who dated Alanis Morissette.
I didn't know that. I did not know that he dated.
Are you?
Alanis Morissette.
You know, she wrote this. Like, she wrote one of her, like, oh my gosh, what's the song? I don't want to say ironic, but hold on.
I do not know. While you're looking that up, Jerry says for only $1, 4 quarters, you can watch the duel on Movies and Beyond Patreon, and he provides the link below. Yes, Patreon is $1. $1 a month.
You ought to know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was 18 and he was 33.
Michelle said she met Dave and he was super cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Russell saying 21 Jump Street. I'll check it out. It's on Tubi. Yeah, hell yeah. And Michelle saying she was so young. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. Where are you going?
Yeah, I gotta go Full House. Magnum PI, I've seen an episode or two. And it's good, like, but Full House just had a broader appeal to me. Like,
yeah,
being family, more family oriented. It was definitely something we watched a lot more of. Like I said, also had a little bit of a crush on Jodie Sweetin. So
that's helping you along there.
That's it's playing a part. I'm not gonna say it's the whole thing, but it's playing a part.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, it's gonna be Full House.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, my man. So we'll give this another minute because it is pretty close. Magnum PI is currently winning 55-45.
Yeah, I think that's one vote.
Hell yeah.
She was a little old for me, Michelle.
Oh, Candace. That was Kirk Cameron's sister.
Candace Cameron Bure now, I believe she is. Kimmy was the annoying one. She was the friend.
She was the neighbor, right?
Yeah. Plus, I just kind of identified with her character because she was the middle kid, and I was also the middle kid growing up. So, like, I don't know. Jodie Sweetin's character just always, I always identified with her.
She was the middle kid. Yeah.
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 She was. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end this poll where Magnum is going to move on 55-45. You know, it's funny because, Danny Tanner was so like
clean cut,
proper. And then for the first time you see him and
you see Bob Saget stand up.
Well, no, first time I saw was he was in what was the Dave Chappelle weed movie?
Half Baked.
And he was like, "You ever try something for crack?"
And
I'm just like, "What the fuck? This fucking Bob Saget? You've got to be freaking kidding me!"
Oh, dude, his stand up was like he talks about some dirty stuff in his stand up. It was crazy. So this one, I think we all know where you and I are both going. Need we say more? Like some of the best roasts, and I will admit, like this was a very interesting time in comedy. That on one hand, I'm glad it's gone. On the other hand, it like being the product of its time was hilarious.
Look,
the I hate my wife era of comedy.
Look, man. There are so many things. First, let's start with the controversy with this show, right? So it comes out in 1987. It comes out on Fox. Fox was very new, you know what I mean, as far as the programming like that. And it got a lot of attention from people saying it was trash, which then made people watch it to find out what they were talking about. And it became one of the fucking best shows on TV, right? I remember watching this. Dude, he was insulting some woman that came into the shoe store. And she was like, "I can't believe you would say that to my face." He said, "Well, I'd say it behind your back, but my car's only got half a tank of gas."
I remember that.
Al Bundy, dude. That poor bastard, right? That poor bastard. Like that whole cast was amazing. Dude, when Jefferson came in to replace Steve, I still love the show. I thought Jefferson was hilarious. I love all the ones with Steve in it. You know, they were able to keep the whole cast. Hell, they were even able to keep the dog. You know, they had the whole cast that would come back. The only time I think there was a brief period of time where Peggy was gone, that's because she was pregnant. And, you know, she was out. But for the most part, like, it was so good, man. It was so edgy at that time. You know, now it would just be like, oh, well, they're fucking mean. You know what I mean? But again, it was a different time, and it was just so great. I mean, it's there's like a million different memories coming into my head about this show, and I want to blurt them all out at once, but it's impossible. If you look at Bud's transition as being, you know, the kid that he was through Grandmaster B to being, you know, just a little Al Bundy after a while. You know, Kelly was just an idiot. You know, she was a whore. You know, like it was just like, this show was so good. It was hilarious. It was freaking hilarious. Michelle, 100%. And this goes for Al too, right? Seeing Peggy Bunny in any other role still weirds me out. When she showed up on Sons of Anarchy and she was
I
Gemma,
was just thinking of that.
she was great. But for the first season, I see that. It's just like, that's fucking Peggy Bundy.
You know what I imagined? Like after that first season, I was like, what if it was Al Bundy and Gemma? Al Bundy would have his ass in line, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh my God. Can you imagine that dynamic? But yeah, Michelle, Modern Family is amazing.
It is. And I had a hard time watching him in that for the first season of Modern Family. You know, but he became his own character who was different from Al Bundy. You know, when Married with Children was over, Ed O'Neill did theater. And
he did theater before Married with Children.
He did very bad at it. He had to leave because every time he would show up on stage, people were cheering like it was Al Bundy. You know, like he would come walking out and you'd get this big uproar of people cheering for Al. You know what I mean? Like, he had to do something different. But it's like, as a fan, you never want that character to ever go away. And I would love to see what Al Bundy thinks of America now. Like, if you could just get like a short of Al Bundy sitting there looking at current events, I would watch that show.
They're always talking about, like, I've heard it like time and time again about like a Married with Grandchildren like show.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I would be all for that. I don't think it would be the same. Because I don't think Married with Children would be made today. I don't. So if they did bring it back
without Christina Applegate, and I would rather them not.
Wow, she's ill, isn't she?
Yes. Like, I think she has MS. She could still participate. It would just be limited participation. Very limited participation.
But I'm saying, even if health issues were not there,
yeah,
you also got to say Ed O'Neill is what, 80s at this point?
I don't give a shit. He could be 90 and come out there and.
Oh no, I'm not saying his ability. I'm saying, like, I love the guy. He's one of my favorite actors. He's only 79. He will be 80 this year. I'm just saying, like, if they're gonna do it, get on it now. Like, there is no tomorrow, Rock. There is no tomorrow.
All right, dude, we're gonna move on. This has been up for 5 minutes. I'm sure we will see Married with Children again, and we will be able to jump back on this because it just won 92-8. So it will be back, and we will definitely jump back on it. But we do now have the Dukes of Hazzard versus 21 Jump Street.
Dukes of Hazzard all day.
He said, simple as that.
Just some good old boys. Never meaning no harm. Yeah, dude, that 69 Dodge Charger, like, that's one of the things that ignited my love for cars. Is that car?
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, for this, I think, and this is going to be controversial, I think the 21 Jump Street movie is better than the TV show. I think it's more iconic at this point in society.
I'm going Dukes 100%. I'm just trying to see if I see that. I mean, 21 Jump Street was good, but they share the same name, but they don't really have much to do with each other. Even though at the end of part 2, spoiler alert, that you get some of the original characters to show up from 21 Jump Street.
You had 2 of them in the first movie.
Not the main characters though.
Johnny Depp was in the first movie.
Was it the first? I thought that was the end of the second one they came in.
No. Johnny Depp and another one of the guys were
So that was the first one that they were undercover. I got the two.
Yeah, because they even said we used to be Jump Street.
Right. That is the first, so the first one he shoots the guy's dick off, but I guess that's before.
Yeah, because in the second one he's like, they gave me a.
But like I said, they're two totally different. Like I don't even think I could compare them. Because
they're really, really different.
21 Jump Street, the movie, I was laughing my ass off. You know what I mean? Like,
my name's Jeff.
Like that's the first thing I freaking think of. And he's like, hey, it's Hefe. You know what I mean? Like, it's so bad. It is so bad.
But what I'm saying is, in like the cultural zeitgeist right now in society, that's more prevalent than the original TV show. But like Dukes of Hazzard, you see a 69 orange Charger,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I have no problems picking Dukes over 21 Jump Street. I was more in the comparison of the old and new 21 Jump Street for sure.
I was just throwing that comparison out there because I think for me that's a little bit indicative of, like, because a lot of times, like take the A-Team for instance. We got an A-Team movie with Liam Neeson and Bradley Cooper and fucking Quentin Rampage Jackson. Like, we had that movie not too recently.
Yeah.
Everyone hated it. They're like, this is nowhere near as good as this show. This, what, all those kind of things, because the show is so beloved.
Yeah.
Whereas with 21 Jump Street, it wasn't that way. They're like, a lot of people just went into it liking the movie, ignoring the original. And I think for me, that's a little bit indicative that the original isn't as important, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to take anything away from it, but
so the bad thing is I actually love the movie The A-Team, like with Liam Neeson, Rampage Jackson, Bradley Cooper. Like to me, I didn't feel like, I guess a lot of people felt like it was trying to take the place of it, where to me it was just good to see, the actors that I like playing those characters. And Murdoch was at the end of it. Like it was or no, Face was at the end of it, the original Face. I think the original Murdoch was too. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember Face is walking in as Bradley Cooper's walking out. But yeah, it was so good. I liked
Wayne,
it anyway.
Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Have a good night.
Quentin Rampage Jackson is still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about him dying.
I had to Google it because I was like, how the hell did I miss that? Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, because his son just got some trouble not too terribly long ago for beating the hell out of a wrestler.
Yeah, that was rough too.
That. Yeah, like that was a rough watch.
Well, I don't know. Like the dude was unconscious and he just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's still alive, but yeah, for me, it's got to be Dukes. It's got to be the old Duke boys.
All right. Well, the Dukes are moving on.
Nice.
But the Golden Girls,
Michelle, by the way, good night.
The Golden Girls are going up against Knight Rider.
Richard McNulty. What did I think of the Dukes movie? The original was Sean William Scott and Johnny Knoxville. That's a difficult question because I'm not going to say I didn't like the movie.
And Jessica Simpson, right?
Yeah, Jessica Simpson is old
Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Duke. Oh my gosh. I liked the movie. I do recognize that it was not very faithful to the original.
Yeah.
because yeah. Anyways, so
Eric, I'm gonna let you go with the chat for a minute. I got to run to the bathroom, but I will be right back.
All right. I liked the Dukes of Hazzard movie. Like I said, that was growing up. I did not get to go to the theater very often. We just didn't live too close to one, and it is expensive growing up. So one of the things though, that movie came out like very close to my birthday one year. I don't even remember when it came out. So that's what I chose to do for my birthday, is go to the theater to see that. It was a very fun experience. The scene where they break out of the cop car and they're chasing the General Lee around the circle when Bo is just drifting. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So for this one, Golden Girls versus Knight Rider. Y'all, this is also difficult for me because I do love the Trans Am. Knight Rider Kit was a nice Pontiac Trans Am that I really enjoyed. However, the actual show itself, I'd probably go Golden Girls. I don't know it that well, but Kit turned into a different car later on. What? That's insane. Hold on, what kind of car was Kit? 82 Firebird Trans Am. Approximately 20 cars were used throughout the series. Hold on. Kit. I guess they used multiple. There was car. Oh, that's a whole different one. I'm not sure. I always knew it was Trans Am. That's kind of crazy if they did. He turns into, well, Firebird is like Firebird and Trans Am, or like Firebird is a trim level of Trans Am, right?
Do what now?
Pontiac. So like Pontiac Trans Am and Pontiac Firebird, like they're basically the same car, right? Like the Firebird is
They're very, very close. Yes, they're very close.
I think like a Firebird is a trim level of a Trans Am.
Yeah, well, I don't remember ever seeing like the Bandit car, right? I don't ever remember seeing a Firebird with like the bird on the top of it. You know what I mean? So there is a difference for sure. Are we talking about the Knight Rider car?
We are. Okay. I was wrong. I had it backwards. The Trans Am is a high performance trim package of the Firebird.
Yeah, because I knew a Firebird's not better than a Trans Am. Like, there's no way.
A Trans Am is the upgraded version of a Firebird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are talking about Kit.
Okay.
Oh wow, Jerry, you're saying the Kit turned into a Shelby GT? I love a Firebird, but that's an upgrade. I'm gonna be honest. Carroll Shelby knew how to make a race car.
When the hell did Kit upgrade to a freaking Shelby GT?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what we were talking about, because someone said he turned into a different car.
Maybe. Let's see. I don't even remember that.
There was a movie, I think. Was that it?
Oh, you're talking about the 2008 Knight Rider.
So Kit 3000.
Yeah, so that, okay, not in the original David Hasselhoff run that it went to that, right? So
I don't think so.
No. Okay, because I was gonna say, I would have remembered that. I didn't watch the newer one.
Yeah, I didn't either, but I'm seeing Kit 3000 on the Knight Rider fandom website was a Shelby GT 500.
Yeah.
Which, bro, those cars can move. Like, the Shelbys are beasts.
When I was a kid, I was so damn happy. We went to a car show and I got to sit in Kit when I was
awesome.
Like, yeah, dude. And I was like 7 years old. And we have like pictures of me and Kit. And that's when Knight Rider was like huge. And and dude, I loved it. Like it would talk and everything, but of course, obviously, it was all pre-programmed. But I do remember sitting in it and seeing how it was laid out on the inside, and I just thought it was so cool as a kid. I also sat in a Lamborghini that day for the first time, which was freaking awesome. When you're a little ass kid, they let you do whatever you want. Guys, sit in the car. Yes, it's like fuck yeah.
So what I was saying is, I think I like Kit the car.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm actually picturing like the content and substance of the show, I'd probably go Golden Girls.
I got you. Well, either way, Knight Rider has won 69-31. So it will move on. And let's see. Hell, we are working our way through here. All right. Who wins, Cheers or The Wonder Years?
Easy choice for me. What about you?
Well, let me finish typing these out here. I can only... Dude, the only bad thing about doing these brackets is I am so like I'm doing 3 different things at once. Cheers or The Wonder Years? These are 2 totally different shows for me. At the end of the day, I would have to go with Cheers. But it's not easy. The Wonder Years, like I said, that was the first show for me to where I felt like, okay, this is more grown up than the kids shows that, I was used to watching. And I know I talked about that in a little more detail last time, but the Wonder Years had a big impact on me. Whereas Cheers didn't have as much of an impact, but looking at all the people that came from Cheers, it's hard to deny how good it was. Woody Harrelson, how big of a star is Woody Harrelson, right? Ted Danson, Shelley Long, Kirstie Alley. I could just keep going through these every time Cheers comes up, but it's just nuts on what they did with Cheers. So very narrowly, I will pick Cheers over the Wonder Years, but that doesn't take anything away from the Wonder Years because I think it was a fantastic show.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I haven't seen that much of Wonder Years. For me, it's got to be Cheers.
Yeah, and I mean, going back and watching the Wonder Years now, I'm sure it wouldn't have the same impact. It's kind of like watching Goonies for the first time now. Like, yeah, you might think it's good, but it wouldn't be the same as being there at, you know what I mean, at the time and being like, wow, man, like this is
nothing ever replaces that first watch. And even if you were able to somehow erase the memory of watching it and watch it for the first time now, you've lived different life experiences, so it wouldn't so it's just the whole alchemy of when it comes together makes for that impact on your life.
100%. Let me check some of the comments here. Let's see. We'll start with Wayne is saying Cheers. Melissa saying Wonder Years. Russell is saying Cheers. Paul is saying Cheers. James is saying Cheers. Paul is saying, what's the next decade we are doing for TV shows? I probably won't jump into another decade for another month or so, because doing these is like an every month deal. It's been a month since we did the 80s. God, dude, time flies when you're having fun. It's been about a month since we did this one, so it's hard to tell now because right now I'm doing the Movies and Beyond schedule a month out. But we will be doing it. I guarantee we will be doing it in the next decade. Will be the 90s. We'll definitely do the 90s. Wayne says the Wonder Years voiceover aged badly and annoying. Dude, I don't even know if I remember it off the top of my head. I'll have to check. I'll have to look at a clip from it. Melissa says, I'm not a fan of Cheers, MASH, or Gilligan's Island. Well, damn.
I won't stand for any Gilligan's Island slander. How dare you?
All right.
I'm kidding.
James will say, I'd love it if Michael did a show from the 60s. Wow, man. I would be very limited.
I can think of 2 right off the bat.
what I could
Addams
talk
Family and the
about.
Munsters.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Jerry saying Christine will be at Scarefest this year. Yes, she will.
The car,
She will.
yep. I'm excited.
Wayne said, "Where's Matt been?" Matt's every other week on the show. So he
What's
would
the
be
matter,
here
Wayne?
next
Am I
week.
not good enough for you, man?
See?
What's
Look
up, bro?
Look at it, man.
Look I'm messing with you. I think Cheers is going to take this one. I don't think there's any way Wonder Years comes back.
I do not. I believe you are correct. So 82-18, Cheers will move on. I'm telling you, man. There are still some juggernauts left. We have Alf versus the A team. Let's see, start a poll. Who wins?
Well, I got to go with the A team because Alf apparently eats cats.
He does. That bastard.
I'm kidding. I was just saying that because I made such a huff about it last time. Yeah, I think I know more about the A team, and if I'm going, for me just the A team makes more sense on this one for me.
I'm curious to see, where this goes with the chat because I know what I like. But then again, I am one small demographic in, the chat that we have here. I was the oldest I was in the 80s was 11. You know what I mean? I was born in 78. And, I was a boy. It was guns. It was, army. It was, sports. It was all of those things. And as good as Alf was, and I did like it, I was just, messing around with him eating cats and, defending my other pick. I did love it. But, for me, the A team was part of the reason, not the only reason, because there were a lot of them between like Rambo and Commando and the whole 80s action, group that there was. But it was part of the reason why I had a toy machine gun and would run around my backyard. And, it was part of all of that for me as a kid growing up. Like it was fantastic.
And I had a real machine gun.
I did not not at 10. I think I had a BB gun at 10, but it was a BB gun that looked like an M16, and it wasn't automatic. It was single shot. There was no 3-round burst, unfortunately. But it was a BB gun / pellet gun. But I only had BBs for it. But yeah, so I mean, for me, I am going to go the A team over Alf. It may not be popular, but it is what I would choose just because of my past experience with it. So that's where I'm going.
Yeah, I think it looks like the chat's agreeing as well. Yeah, I'm excited for the 90s as well. I think for both movies and TV shows, I'll be much more knowledgeable about the 90s.
I think for me, I would probably be less, but my problem with movies and TV, there's a 4-year gap for me between 99 and 2003 to where I didn't get to see as many movies and shows as everyone else because I was in the military and it just wasn't, it just wasn't something that, I didn't have cable. I didn't, like it was shit like that. So I remember seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 for the first time. I got the DVD out of a bin at Walmart while I was out before deployment. Oh, and man, talk about a treat. Seeing that for the first time on DVD. I was super excited with that.
Oh yeah. So when I went on my deployments, we were already in the internet age. So I remember like we'd be out deployment. I was on deployment on a ship. So but everyone had, you all had your own like laptop if you brought it or whatever. Everyone had an external hard drive. Not everyone, but most people had an external hard drive with like movies and stuff on it.
Yeah.
That you wanted to bring with you. So you get to a point when someone new got to the ship. You bring movies? Cool. Here's everything I got. Give me everything you got. Like, and you just copied. So you always ended up with, it was a really interesting like way to find stuff because a lot of these people, you don't know their movie taste, nothing. But at that point, you're out to sea for 9 months.
Yeah.
You're going to need some stuff to watch. And it's probably going to be stuff you've never seen or weren't interested in at all. But good way to do it.
For some reason, this movie always pops in my head when I think about the times, in the military, was a movie called Out Cold, and Zach Galifianakis was in it.
Bro, when
And
they spin him in that car.
Yeah, in the car. And
dude, I love
that was one
I've
of the
never heard anyone
DVDs
else.
we had on deployment was Out Cold, and we watched that and we would laugh. I've seen that movie 1,000 times because it was like one of the 6 movies we had on a 6-month deployment. And dude, that was my first introduction to Zach Galifianakis. And dude, it's like seize the carp. Like that's what I've always said instead of carpe the diem.
Carpe the diem.
Yeah, seize the carp, right? That movie was absolutely
when
hilarious.
When he tells them like go to the bathroom in the cup because they're doing it, and everyone else is putting their urine in.
He brings some poo out. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
Bro, I've never heard anyone else talk about Out Cold before.
Out Cold was great.
Dude, that movie and like, oh my God, it was so good.
It was.
I gotta watch that movie again. It's been too long.
It's been some years for me too, but it's oh my God. Let's see, 73-27. The A team is going to move on, and we have Magnum PI versus Polk High and Married with Children. And this will be no contest for me.
Yeah, no contest whatsoever. It did have Jerry. It did have Lee Majors. He's the one who buys the. I think he buys the mountain.
Yeah, the ski lodge or whatever. Yeah, dude, it was so. God, man, it's been years since I've seen that movie too. But anytime anyone talks about like DVDs on employment or on deployment, that movie always pops in my head. That and the what's the movie with shit. It was a what's the guy's name? You Can Do It. What's his name? The dude from the Adam Sandler group of people.
Rob Schneider.
It was one of his movies that we had too that we watched a ton. I'm trying to think of which one it was.
What was it? Do you remember what it was about at all?
Well, there was a cop that was like, and it was famous actor cop. I can't even remember his name too. But he had an issue with like Deuce Bigelow. It was
Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo.
Yes, that's what it was. Just freaking took it just took me a minute. Like I knew it was gonna pop up, but yeah, we had Deuce Bigelow also.
Dude, Deuce Bigelow was hilarious.
But yeah, so
Oded Fair in it was his name, the guy from The Mummy.
Yeah, yep. And then we had Pootie Tang as well. If you've never seen Pootie Tang, that shit is fucking hilarious.
Bro. Takes that belt off.
I'm gonna sign your penny on the running kind. All right, I still remember. We've seen it so many times. Fucking, I could speak Pootie Tang's language. I'm gonna sign your penny on the running kind.
Wadate.
No, it was Wadata. That's what you say. Wadata.
Oh, I always said Wadate.
Wadata, and then it was Sadat. What was it? What was the other? There was another one. Sadate.
Maybe it was Sarate. Maybe it was Wadata Sarate.
Wadata, my damie. Wadata. Yeah, it's been. I haven't seen that movie since 2000 and probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I've seen it so many times. That pops in my head too whenever we talk about that. But back on the Married with Children versus Magnum PI. Now we both said that it wouldn't be an issue for us, on which one we were picking, dude. But this lets me talk more about 4 touchdowns in one game. Somewhere I have a Polk High t-shirt that has, it's like Al Bundy's jersey. It's not made like a jersey, it's a t-shirt. But somewhere in one of these boxes, I have one of those. I definitely have one. It would have been great to find. I would have wore it tonight.
Yeah, that would have been a very fitting shirt to wear.
I would have worn it. Yeah. I need to find it. I don't know where the hell that's at. But yeah, man. Married with Children, to me, this is cream of the crop. Like it's my go-to. I still watch it. Like I still watch it if I'm going to sleep. Sometimes I still watch it, man. I think they have the first 3 seasons on Tubi right now. And I know that because I've been watching it. And there's just so many funny things with this show. Spare Tire. That was Bubba Smith. I love that episode too. When they're both security guards. And yeah, like that's so freaking good. It's so freaking good. Jerry was saying, go ahead.
Oh, I think I was going to point out the same thing. You go ahead.
Oh yeah, that he signed with the Steelers, but was I knew he was a Steeler. I did know that. I didn't know the extent of that, but Jerry saying he loved Animal and Hot Chick. Oh yeah. Russell saying Wedding Singer is my favorite Adam Sandler movie. That shit's freaking hilarious.
I love Wedding Singer. Wedding Singer is freaking hilarious.
You know, one of my favorite what's their name of their production company? The Happy Madison. Yeah, one of mine. Adam Sandler's not even in it. I love Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy is one of my favorite out of all the Happy Madison movies, and Adam Sandler's not in it. And they said the only contribution Adam Sandler gave to that movie was that scene where he's like, so you're telling me that you gave our money to Filipino hookers? And the guy turns around and he's like, you're a hooker. And that was the input.
Oh, no, they're not hookers, they're exotic dancers. Or no, they're massage therapists. Yeah, they massage your dick for money. That's called a hooker. You're a hooker.
Yes.
That was Kevin Nash.
Yes, it was.
That was Big Sexy.
Yeah, it was Kevin Nash. It sure was, man. And
the fucking your dick for money.
Don't massage your dick for money.
It's called a hooker.
Oh my god. Dude, there are so many things in that movie, like Nick Swardson.
Bro, Nick Swardson was hilarious in that movie.
Oh, that's so fucking good. That's another era we need to visit.
Dude, the raunchy, like early 2000s comedies.
Oh yeah. Grandma's Boy's up there. Like it's fucking hilarious, man. It is. I can hear my hair growing. They gave her the antler shit. The fucking deer shit. Give me the deer shit, the antler shit, and the Frankenstein. I don't give a fuck. His game actually looked dope too back then too. I liked it.
Oh, what's Demon Slayer, whatever it was called?
Yeah.
Or was it not Doom Slayer? I forget what. Yeah, I forget what it was called, but yeah. And dude, the fucking Joel. I don't know his last name, but the Joel guy from Hatchet, he plays the
JP.
He plays the sit on my face.
Sit on my face. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Kyle said, "Don't forget about Joe Dirt." That's one of my favorite. Look, bro, we brought up Dirte during the '80s, the '80s movies. Like, yeah, we're gonna be doing some shit with Joe Dirte. You better believe that, son.
Dirte, don't try to church it up, son. Don't you mean Joe Dirt?
Don't you try
to church it up, son.
There's so many parts of that movie, dude. Like I said, you could do a whole fucking show on Joe Dirt.
I got a watch along on me.
A watch along is a necessity at this point. Like, it has to happen.
For Joe Dirt, yeah, dude.
Destination Station is in the building saying you got to see the Happy Madison movie called Strange Wilderness. It's hilarious. Why does that sound familiar?
Why the hell is he doing here? Why are you in here bothering us? I'm kidding, dude. By the way, Destin, the reason I was calling you earlier today, you were correct. I did find out that Aaron Kruger was uncredited as writing on Scream 4. There you go. I gave you your acknowledgement. Now, cool. I'm pretty sure Married with Children is running away with this one, man.
Married with Children has run away with this at 71 to 29%. I will go ahead and end the poll there. And we've got one more here. The Dukes of Hazzard. Dude, shit. It's the Battle of the Car fucking shows. So we have got the Dukes of Hazzard versus Knight Rider.
82 Trans Am versus a 69 Charger. I'm going 69 Charger all the way.
Are we talking?
Here's the
about
thing.
Are we talking about the show?
I'm talking the show as well. However, if we're just like 82 was not the best year for the Trans Am. Like that's not peak Trans Am.
My father had a 77.
That's what I'm saying. You go
Yeah.
back a generation.
Yeah.
You go to like when like the
Bandit. You can go back to the Bandit.
The Bandit generation of that that's a healthy competition. But Knight Rider, I honestly wasn't that much of a fan of those years Camaros and Trans Am. So for this though,
Knight Rider was a Firebird, man.
He was a Trans Am. He was a Trans Am Firebird.
He was a Firebird.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's a Trans Am Firebird. Like
Kit. Firebird. Kit was a Firebird.
Kit from Knight Rider car.
Yes, he was a Firebird.
He was a 1982 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
Ah, motherfuckers! Stupid internet.
He was the elevated version. I mean, they what was the proposed speed? They said he was like he could go like 300 miles an hour or something. They better be putting the
that shit wasn't real. That car wasn't going 300 miles an hour. It was weighed down by so much shit.
So for this, I gotta say, like, not only do I like the car more from Dukes of Hazzard, but I would say I like Knight Rider for the car.
Yeah.
Whereas Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, it was a cool car, but I also found the story entertaining. I found the characters somewhat. And this is also, I grew up in the South. So, like, I related to these characters. Running moonshine and stuff, that happened right in my backyard. So for me, I gotta go Dukes of Hazzard. Also, I want to address a comment really quick. It is not related to this at all. DJ, we did not bet on Aaron Kruger being a rider. Destin very clearly lost that bet and then welched on it. He didn't pay me. Anyways, for me, Dukes of Hazzard. What about you?
I am more than likely. I am definitely probably going to go to Dukes of Hazzard. Dude, there are just certain things about Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know. Well, no, you're not going to remember. You weren't old enough. Any time that we went to this store called Gold Circle, right? It was Gold Circle before it was Hills. It was like a department store. It was before Walmart fucking destroyed, all those separate department stores. They had these candies and they were like bubble gum and they were Boss Hog cigars, but they were bubble gum. And I always had one of those. Whenever we would go there, if I could get anything, I would always ask for Boss Hog cigars, right? And I would always have those. I love them, dude. And that's not the reason why. It's just it had more of an impact me on as a kid. It's like every commercial break, with the Dukes of Hazzard was, I got to see what happens next. They're ramping a car at pause. It looks like them boys done got themselves into a little bit of trouble. You know what I mean? And then you go to commercial. Then you come back and you watch the damn car land. You know what I mean? Like they were always, no matter what Roscoe P. Coltrane would do, he was never catching the Dukes. Like never.
No. He wasn't.
He wasn't, man. And that was now Knight Rider was more along the lines of, like a Street Hawk or an Airwolf or a, not that exact formula. But you knew Kit was like indestructible, right? You knew that nothing was going to happen to Kit, although he did get smashed up really bad one time. I do remember that. But dude, Dukes of Hazzard was more fun for me. Yeah. I would say more fun of a watch. But they were great.
More lighthearted. Too.
Yeah, but they were great. Like they were both great in their own sense. And yes, they're both car shows, but at the same time, they couldn't be any more different. They couldn't be. They were great. But yeah, I am going to go Dukes on this one for sure. Wayne was saying, sadly, he's got to go. Thanks for having me all. Show next Sunday or not because of the Super. Oh, shit. I scheduled a show for next week and I forgot it was the Super Bowl.
It's the Superb Owl next year. Next weekend.
Not sure, Wayne. To be determined.
You think Drake May's going to get his first one?
Because dude, I love the Patriots. All right. But it's like I feel like they're a year or two away. But fuck, man, they proved me wrong up to this point. You know, that defense is nasty, so I don't know. I do not know. The Patriots are notorious for beating people that are supposed to smoke the shit out of them. You know, they are. They did it against the Greatest Show on Turf, you know, in 2001. There was no way the Patriots were going to win that game. Well, guess who won? You know, the Patriots, right? So I don't know, man. It feels a lot like that. So we'll see. We will see. Fuck, we barely even knew who Tom Brady was during that Super Bowl.
We learned real quick, though.
Yeah, but I mean, even him, he was young for that role, man. And, you know, he had that defense to lean on. That defense was no joke back then. You had Willie McGinnis, you had Teddy Bruschi, you had Ty Law. They were a monster as it was, you know, so he kind of had that crutch to lean on, you know, his first couple seasons. But yeah, man, he showed his nuts when they drove. There was only like, was it a minute and a half left, and they drove on the Greatest Show, you know, the Greatest Show on Turf, and Adam Vinatieri kicked that field goal. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I'll be watching it for sure. And if I am doing a show, that shit's gonna be on right here, guaranteed. James going Dukes of Hazzard. Let's see.
Yeah, it's been up for 6 minutes.
I think we're gonna go ahead and end it. And Dukes is going to win, but just barely. We're going to
it won. It won by 1 vote because it was 13 votes, and so it got 7, and Knight Rider got 6.
All right, we have Cheers versus the A Team.
We're on to the Final Four.
We are on to the Final Four. We're into the Final Four.
For me. For me, it's coming down to now, like, and we've already said a lot of stuff about these shows at this point.
Yeah.
It's coming down to just pure enjoyment factor.
Yeah, that's where it's at for me too at this point.
And I think if I had to just say action or comedy, I'm going comedy.
I got you.
So for me, I'm going to go Cheers for that reason.
I got you. And I'm going to double back on that, man. Usually I offer a different perspective. But for me, I think that Cheers is the better show. Don't get me wrong. I love the A Team. You know what I mean? I gave that whole spiel last time about me running around with the stick, you know, playing guns. But at the same time, when you go up against something like Cheers or something like Roseanne to me or something like Married with Children, it's just there's going to be a lot. It's going to have to be a lot for that to beat me. And yeah, Cheers to me is definitely going on my win list. But I've been wrong a lot tonight. So
dude, people have been really enjoying the A Team tonight. Like,
I've noticed
A Team has beat some huge hitters.
It has, man. It has.
When
it beat Roseanne, I was just like, you got to be shitting me. You know what I mean? Like,
truly.
You don't always say the things you think on the show, but guarantee.
Oh, I do. I've straight up said the chat's made mistakes before.
You got to be shitting me on that one. Yeah.
I had to step away for just a second to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and bring him down. Let's see what you guys have to say. Let me go back just a little bit. Let's see you guys talking about the Super Bowl. All right, let's start here. The Patriots are going to win, but maybe not because Brady's not there. That's true. You got to believe in Drake May. You got to. DJ saying Patriots for the Super Bowl win. You know, look, here's the way I feel about it, right? I know most football fans, they don't want to see New England win. They don't. You know, who wants to see the dynasty come back? Who does? Me. I want to see it come back. Watching the Patriots win was the best part of football for me for so many freaking years. But, you know, I honestly don't feel like it's their time yet. I think that their time is coming, but I don't think that this is it. But they made it to the final game with me thinking that. You know, when they played the Chargers, I was just like, if they get a win, the fact that they're there, right? They were 4-14 for the past 2 years before this year. The fact that they're even in the playoffs was amazing to me. Vrabel did a great job turning that franchise around. Hell yeah. You know, great start, guys. Then they won. Then they beat Houston. Then they beat Denver. And I'm like, how are we here? How are we even here? So I don't know why I should think about it any different if they go ahead and beat the Seahawks. You know, the haters are always going to hate. You know, the people that love them beyond belief are always going to love them beyond belief. And it's always been that way for New England. You know, it's always been New England against the world. It's always been that way. I think the only time that a lot of people were rooting for them was when they played the greatest show on turf in 2001. I think that's probably the last time, you know, any casual rooted for the Patriots. You know, with Tom and Bill Belichick, they were the evil empire. You know, they were Vader and Palpatine. But, I mean, I was always a big fan of Darth Vader, so I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Russell said Seahawks almost beat the Patriots one year until they blew it on the field. Yeah, 2014. You have Marshawn Lynch. You could have ran the ball, but instead you throw a pick play and Malcolm Butler takes it. They win. But a lot of people forget the catch, 2 plays before that was ridiculously good luck. It was. Go back and watch it. It happens to the Patriots every Super Bowl they're in. The opposing team makes a ridiculously good catch. James is saying Patriots, yuck. That's pretty pretty on par. Melissa says would be an awesome game if Buffalo versus the Patriots. Well, they play twice a year. They're in the same division. They'll never play in the Super Bowl, in the playoffs maybe. But they're in the same division. So they do play twice a year.
I just want to say the part of the conversation I walked back into, don't you dare slander Darth Vader and Palpatine by comparing them to the Patriots.
Dude. that Belichick even had the hood on all the time. We called him the hoodie, man. And he's always even wearing the hood.
Can you believe he's not first ballot?
Yeah.
Did you see all that happened this week?
I did.
Can you believe that shit? That's ridiculous.
I am shit, man. Like that's a whole segment that I'm gonna have to make a video rant about because it's bullshit. Like I have very strong feelings on that. And here's what it is, man. Boiled down, and I'm gonna make something on it. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but despite what you feel the Patriots, you cannot deny someone who has just whooped your ass constantly and not put in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, you're gonna bring up Spygate. Well, listen to what Jimmy Johnson has to say about Spygate. We all did it too. Yeah, Belichick was the one that got caught. And you're gonna say
second winningest coach of all time.
Yeah,
right.
And you're gonna say, yeah, no. Whether you love or hate the Patriots, I do think it's bullshit that he wasn't put in there. And yeah, I'm gonna die on that hill, dude. We have a problem.
I was just about to say we have a problem.
We have a problem.
It's been up plenty of time. So who?
What's up, Pete?
What is up,
dude? I'm gonna be reaching out to you here shortly. I need to talk to you about some stuff. But it's good to see you here, man. Definitely good to see you here, brother.
Saw that photo you posted on Instagram, man. You're jacked as shit. You see that?
Yeah, he's small compared. You know, he's a little guy. You know, he's getting there. He's getting there. Guns like, you know, my 7-inch biceps here. You know, that's. But yeah, man, I'm gonna reach out to you, brother. I'm gonna definitely reach out. So Eric, me and you were gonna break the tie.
We both agreed on Cheers.
We both agreed on Cheers. So we are going to go 51-49, and Cheers is going to move on. Because we left that up for a while.
Yeah, that's been up for at least 6 minutes.
7. We left it up for 7. 7. All right. So Cheers is going to move on.
Finally. So really quickly, who all did the A-Team beat? It beat the Cosby Show. It beat Roseanne.
It beat Alf. It beat Roseanne, and it beat the Cosby Show.
That's crazy.
That is freaking crazy. That is crazy, tell my man.
Now, I will be watching the halftime show. Bad Bunny's he's the biggest musician in the world right now. So,
who is it?
Bad Bunny. He was also great. Did you see Bullet Train?
Maybe.
With Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I did
Brad
see
Pitt,
it, man.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. It was hilarious. A great action comedy. He was in that. He did really good in that. Oh, this is the hardest one of the night. Why are you doing this to me, man?
Not for me. Not for me. Like I said, 4 touchdowns in one game. Polk High comes through. There is not a chance in hell that I would put the Dukes of Hazzard over Al Bundy.
That's fair.
Nope, I will not. I will not. These are definitely hard to compare. I get it. It tugs at, heartstrings for some people, but for me, it's only one, man. It's only one.
Yeah, this is a difficult one for me. I got to be honest. These are probably my 2 highest rated of the entire show. So seeing them go, and you got to think about it. Even if I had my perfect way throughout the entire show, they would have still gone up against each other.
Yeah.
So it was inevitable, like Thanos himself.
I am inevitable.
I am. Yeah, I guess I would go Married with Children, but Dukes of Hazzard is real close for me.
No, yeah, man, it's a very close poll right now. It is a very close poll. This is probably one of our closer ones, especially this late in the game.
Well, I mean, that's typically how you get it, though, right? Because like the further they move in the poll or in the bracket, the better they are.
Yeah, we're 50-50 right now. We are tied.
That's honestly crazy. Because I don't hear anybody these days talking about the Dukes of Hazzard.
No.
So it's really kind of crazy to me that you get some. Then again, I will say we are mostly on an island of horror.
That's
so fair. It wouldn't come like ordinarily we wouldn't be talking about Al Bundy or Bo and Luke Duke. So yeah. Holy
yep.
DJ Plays Favorite said Duke pulled ahead.
They are 54-46.
Ooh.
With 13 votes. 13 votes.
That is surprising. We need a couple more.
Who did you say was performing in the halftime show?
It's Bad Bunny.
I don't know who that is.
The reason there's such a huff about it is because he's an international like musician. He's not I don't want to get political. He's Puerto Rican, but Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States, so he is an American. There's this huge huff when it happened about people saying, "Oh, we need an American artist to play at the Super Bowl because it's an American sport." But I think like going by numbers objectively, he's the biggest artist in the world right now. He's just not necessarily the biggest artist in the country.
Yeah, I mean, shit, who cares? I mean,
a lot of people, surprisingly, a lot of people, so much so that a certain political party has dedicated themselves to putting on their own halftime show at the same time that people can go watch instead of watching Bad Bunny.
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think I've watched a halftime show since Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg came back with fucking one Eminem there and 50 Cent was there. Like I thought that was awesome. My favorite,
was last year, wasn't it?
No, it was a couple years ago. It was when the Bengals were in the Super Bowl.
Maybe 2 years ago?
About 2 years ago. And my favorite halftime show of all time was Prince doing Purple Rain in the rain. I thought that shit was freaking live. Or Janet Jackson's Booby. I mean, it's between the two. You know, like when that happened, that was Patriots Super Bowl as well. When was it Janet Jackson? Yeah, it was Janet Jackson. And Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Janet with Justin.
Yeah. And the boob came out. I remember at the time it happened, it took me a moment to realize what I had seen.
Because of that big old nipple ring that she had.
And I walked out into the living room and I was like, I'm not sure but I think I just saw Janet Jackson's boob. I'm pretty sure.
Do you know what amazed me is the uproar, the absolute uproar that people were in over that. Like, people were apparently traumatized by it.
That's what I did. You know what I mean? Like, it was a thumbs up for me. I was like, great show. Great show. Michael Jackson best halftime show. Yeah, 93. Yeah, that was a great one too. That was
it does look like Married with Children took back over 53-47.
Yeah, we're gonna give it another minute because we are towards the end here. And that has bounced back just a little, back and forth just a little bit. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, if they're a good performer and they put on a good performance, save your critique for after. You know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, I don't really care.
Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2?
I did.
Remember his caddy at the end?
The blonde-haired kid, but then he was an adult.
No, in part 2, like the Latino caddy he had.
Vaguely.
Yeah, that's Bad Bunny. That's Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd have to go back and watch it. I watched it when it first came out on Netflix, and then I didn't watch it again after that.
I actually enjoyed it. It was
I did too. I thought it was good.
Almost pure nostalgia, but I didn't hate it.
I liked when he was drinking and playing with the regular golfers. I thought that shit was freaking hilarious.
I like how everything he had was a secret flask. like he at one point he pulled up a golf ball and unscrewed a top from it.
He's in the grocery store, like, hey, turn off the cameras for this amount of time, and he ended up putting it in the aquarium. Oh, it was so good.
Well, also, didn't he like pull apart a cucumber and
there's alcohol in it. He took a drink of it. Yeah,
it was a flask. Dude, I had such a good time with that one.
It was great. It really was. All right, so Married with Children will move on, but just barely at 53-47. We left it up for over 7 minutes. So I will end that poll there. And it brings us to our finals. We are in the finals where Married with Children will go up against Cheers.
So we've talked a lot about both of these shows. What I'm going to say is that I feel like this is the closest that any of them have been in terms of tone.
Yeah,
they're both comedies. They're both like have adult themes with like alcohol and like living life and the hardships that come with it. However, for me, this is an easy choice now.
Yeah, same. At the nudie bar. Yes, guaranteed I am going with Married to Children for this one. Don't get me wrong. I dig Cheers. All the great things I've said about it up until now. But when you're going against the alpha dog, for me, for this time frame, this has the most amount of memories attached to it for me. It was an event in my household to sit down and watch Married with Children. And when a rerun would come on, everybody would be like, like you thinking that you're getting a new one. But we sat there and watched the rerun because it was still hilarious.
They're still hilarious to this day.
Yeah, they're still funny. They do. They're still entertaining. They keep me super entertained for sure.
I'm going to say this might be controversial. I think they're actually funnier today because there's nothing competing with that type of humor nowadays. So I think they actually stand out a little bit more in like a modern context.
I don't know if there was anything competing with it when it was on, because that's why they were in such an uproar about this show. Like, if you ever, they need to make like a Married with Children documentary. I'd like to go back and, understand like I'm sure that they made something on it. They need a reunion or something. But there was so much controversy around this show. People either loved it or they thought it was pure trash back then. Like, this is trash TV. Like, this isn't, because it was so much different. Like, it was so much different from like the Cosby Show. Like the Cosby Show was very proper and there was always a lesson and there was always all those things, you know, that made the Cosby Show a great show were the opposite for Married with Children. You know, they were the complete opposite. They were a dysfunctional family. You know, they were anything but doctor. I think the closest thing I could probably put to Married with Children in a newer sense is maybe It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Maybe.
Jesus.
You know, like
that's closest you could probably get, but there's nowhere near the same.
No, it's not. But one thing Married with Children did at the time it was on was it pushed the envelope. It pushed and it pushed. And I feel like that's what It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia does. You know, like story-wise, they're nowhere near related. Dysfunctionally, I mean, you look at Frank. You look at
he's
Charlie.
ready to plow.
You look at plow. You know, you look at those things, and it was just like, what are they gonna do next? You know, and I felt that way with Married with Children. You know, like him in the shoe store, dude. Like, you just knew when a bigger size lady came in that he was about to have, there was about to be some interaction. You know, do you remember their whole group? No, ma'am. Like they had the shirts that said "No Man." What was it? The National Organization of Men Against, or what was it?
Oh
like
gosh, I don't even
Amazonian something, right? Like I don't even remember, but they had a shirt. It was freaking No Man. Like it's freaking, oh, it was so bad, you know, for that time.
According to Jerry, they just did a reunion. It's called An Evening with the Bundys.
I will definitely have to check that out.
Same.
I will. Like I definitely will, Jerry. If you could let me know where the hell I can watch that at, that would be freaking fantastic. Let's see. Kyle was asking, how was Happy Gilmore 2? I didn't watch it yet. Dude, if you like the first one, you'll like this one. You'll definitely like this one. He was grown up in Happy Gilmore 2. His caddy, yes, his blonde hair caddy was grown up in the second one. I think that's why I was thinking, you know, talking about his caddy. James said Michael Jackson was the second best show after The Who for the Super Bowl halftime show. Gina says Tom Petty and Paul McCartney both had awesome halftime shows. That's cool. That is cool. Paula said, for me, it was Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, and Shakira. All right.
Shakira.
Russell says Modern Family isn't as good as Married with Children. No, but it's funny, dude. Like, I really like Modern Family.
Modern Family is a whole different type of show.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that. The Modern Family, I like that show from the very first episode when Cam held the baby up like the fucking Lion King. Like, it was just,
the baby, yeah.
It's like, you're going to be dramatic. You're going to overdo it. And he's like, no, I'm not. And he comes out with the, yes.
So,
yeah.
You know, here's the way I would explain them being different. Modern Family is a dysfunctional family trying to overcome their dysfunctionality. Married with Children is a dysfunctional family reveling in the fact that they're dysfunctional.
Yeah. And then they want to see each other fail too. You know what I mean? Like Kelly, it's funny. Here's the funny thing about Married with Children is they hate each other until somebody goes against the Bundys. And then it's stupid. You know what I mean? Like the amount of fights that they've gotten into and stuff like that, you know, to where they're all together. You just see it. And it's the same with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know, you would think that they hate each other, but then when, you know, they have a common enemy, it's just like, it's ridiculous.
No, they do hate each other, but then, you know, they just align their hate together if there's a common enemy. But if they don't have an enemy, it's focused on each other. But yeah, I love Modern Family. Modern Family it's amazing. Dude, my favorite moment from Modern Family is a throwaway moment with, in my opinion, the best character, Phil Dunphy. And it's when, I don't remember the exact setup, but he's going to get this bicycle off the wall. And it's hanging on the wall by its tires. And he has to like reach across it. Like reach across something to pick it up. And he grabs it and he lifts it off the wall. And he goes, I'm across. She's going down. Like falls backwards. And it's a throwaway moment, but I laughed so hard.
And see, those are the types of things that make shows like that and movies like that great, are those little moments like that. Those little throwaway moments that'll have you crying, where the intent was to be funny, but to not really have somebody dying like that. But
yeah,
it's great, man. Phil's a great character. I really have to think about who my favorite character is in that. It's a good show, though.
By the way,
Phil would probably be my favorite character.
Phil's my favorite character because he's goofy, and he's loyal to a T. Like you don't mess. Like the episode where he has to like everything goes wrong and he actually like steps up to be a badass.
Yeah.
And like where Gil? What's his name? The competing realtor who steals his clients.
Oh shit, I don't remember.
But he's played oh my god, I can't even remember who plays him now. But anyways, he goes over like he says something like, and he's just kind of joking around with him. He's like, "Oh, by the way, if you ever say anything bad about my wife again, I'll kill you." Oh, I'm sorry. That sounded like a joke. I will actually kill you. And he walks out, and then Cam, like it's one of the close up where Cam's like, and I was forced to ask myself the question: is Phil sexy? Bro, I love me. I love that show. But in terms of this show, I think we have a winner, my friend.
Yeah, I left it up for 8 minutes. It was the longest running one because it was the finals, and Married with Children does come through and wins. I think this is probably the first time one of my picks has ever won anything. But then again, it was a very high pick. It was like
it was
Patrick Mahomes in fantasy football or some shit like that, right?
And
but yeah, hell yeah.
I did want to say, in reference to Married with Children, what Jerry said. Apparently, An Evening with the Bundys was a live thing they did on stage.
Oh, nice.
I think it's on YouTube. I did, when I searched An Evening with the Bundys, there was a couple of like videos that were like 50 minutes to like an hour long. So I think it was like kind of like an on-stage panel at a convention, but I think some people did record it. So might be worth watching. I'm gonna check the quality of the videos, because if that is something I would love to see, just like them reminiscing about the show. Just
another thing that I'd like to bring up too. If anyone has Apple TV and they're not watching a show called Shrinking, I highly recommend it. I am enjoying the shit out of that show. And Jefferson from Married with Children's in it. And there's a throwaway thing in that gets me every time, to where, he's in the car, he's pulling out, his wife's arguing with the lady next door, and he pulls out and he's like, "I'm leaving, Pam." He's like, "I'm leaving, honey." And he goes, "Bye, Pam." She goes, "No, we hate Pam right now." He goes, "Eat a dick, Pam." And then he just drives off, right?
I haven't watched the show, but I've seen that clip.
Oh,
I saw another clip like yesterday, with one Michael J. Fox.
Yeah,
it's killing me. Me.
That show is fantastic, and it's Jason Segel, it's Harrison Ford. It's fantastic. The whole cast does great. And it's so damn good. It is so damn good. And if you're not watching it, I highly recommend it. It's a very slow paced show. And it deals with a lot of issues, a lot of trauma and shit like that. But at the same time, it's funny and it's good. I enjoy it very much. So that is a recommendation of mine. Melissa said that she has to go because she's got to go to bed. She's got to go to work in a couple hours. Thank you, Melissa. I hope you have a good night. Russell's asking, have you seen Landman with Billy Bob Thornton? I watched the first half of the first season. I want to go back to it. I will eventually. But yeah, it was decent. I like Billy Bob Thornton.
I've seen a couple of clips. I haven't watched any episodes. I do know Destin, who was in here earlier. He was an extra in one of the episodes that just came out.
That's super cool.
Of season 2, cool. Yeah. He's filming on a bunch of things out there. Because that's awesome. I think that's a Taylor Sheridan show.
Oh, it is. It is.
So
it's dude, you can watch the first episode, not read the credits, and be like, "Is this Taylor Sheridan?" Yeah, it's Taylor Sheridan. for sure. He has that certain feel to his shows.
He
for
does.
sure,
He
100%. But Billy Bob Thornton, he can carry a lot of shit. Like he really can. So whether the story's good or not, Billy Bob Thornton, he's going to carry it.
You know what I think he's underrated for?
What's that?
Is Sling Blade.
I thought you were going to say Bad Santa, and I'd be like, damn right he was.
Well, that too, but like, dude, Sling Blade, when I saw that movie, that was one where I'm like, it took convincing for me to believe that was Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sling Blade, shit, that was what? When the fuck did Sling Blade come out?
I want to say 90s, maybe early 2000s.
It had to be 90s. Late 90s, early 2000s for sure.
Some people call it Couch Blade. I call it Sling Blade.
Shit, he was good for that throwaway part he had in Tombstone.
96.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, hell, even
dude. Sorry.
Like he has that thing, man. Like he's fucking fantastic. I love that movie Bad News Bears that he was in. The remake of Bad News Bears. It was great.
Oh, dude, it was so sad. That lead, his daughter died.
Did she?
Yeah, the actress who played his daughter. I don't even think she was 18 yet when she got I think she died in a car accident, and she was good. She had a career ahead of her. She wanted it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you mentioned Tombstone, man. I'm real scared. Damn right you are. I can see that in your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie's so good. Tombstone is one of those movies. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Tombstone. That's my favorite Western movie of all time. 100%. It's my favorite. Val Kilmer, like, dude.
Doc Holliday, no better.
You can't. Do better. I dare you. I don't see it. You know what I mean?
There is no better Doc Holliday out there.
I don't think that there is. And I don't know if someone said name your top 3 performances of all time, that would be one of them. Guaranteed, that would be one of them.
Oh, I don't know. It would be. I know it would be top 10.
Oh, it would be top 3 for me. Guaranteed. He fuck, man. I feel like he carried that movie in a cast that didn't need to be carried. Like that cast alone in Tombstone was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous. It was so damn good. Oh, I absolutely love it. Dude, tonight was fun as shit. I always have a good time jumping back to the 80s. Any chance I can get, I'm going to freaking do it. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, man, and hanging out with me and going through these crazy TV shows. Married with Children coming through. 4 touchdowns in one game.
Dude, yeah, thanks for having me. When you brought it up, like I said, I was like, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to contribute, but as soon as I heard it, I immediately knew we got to talk about Al Bundy. Like, I'm not going to miss a chance to talk about the greatness that is Al Bundy.
Hell yeah. But if you are a Patreon member, you will be getting a video tonight. You will be getting Art the Clown versus Jason Voorhees, Monumental Shorts. And don't forget, if you are still hanging around right now, that Patreon is only $1 a month to check out the extra content over there. The latest release that was over there, I did Pennywise versus Pinhead. That one was fantastic. Be sure to go over there and check it out. Like I said, $1 a month Patreon. I wanted to make sure that I could open it up for everybody so everybody could get a part of that, be a part of that team over there. So go over and check it out. Eric, again, brother, a million thanks for coming on and hanging out with me tonight. I'll talk to you for a minute backstage, but I am going to go ahead and jump out of here for tonight. But I will be back Tuesday night. Tuesday at 8:30 will be, oh shit, I almost messed that up. Horror Shorts. Horror Shorts will be Tuesday night at 8:30, and I always love doing those. Michelle will have those picked out for us tonight, or for Tuesday night. So I haven't seen anything. She picks them, we watch them. So I'm looking forward to what she has in store for us. And also as well, Friday around noon, I will be doing Horror Talk and Coffee. So it's a 3-show week for Movies and Beyond. It is a busy week. But I'm looking forward to hanging out with all you great people. And Eric, again, a million thanks for hanging out with me tonight, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here. You guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey,